My God. Hey, I'm sitting up here in the dark. Hey, hey, Bonita said I made it. Yes, Kai Kai, we're setting the scene. It is legit thundering and lightning outside. This ain't no little tiny storm. It is electrical. I saw electricity, or as my grandmother would say, electricity outside just now. So I have some electric beads charging up outside on my deck, and I thought I would share a little story with y'all, something that happened today, um, that really put the focus back on the need for protection. And I'll give y'all a little insider secret as well. If you have amulets, beads, jewelry, pendants, eleques, and things like that, regardless of whether you make them yourself or you buy them from somewhere else, or your crystals and gemstones, or whatever you have, you definitely want to charge them up when it is raining, thundering, and lightning. That is the best time, because you get that additional protection from my spirit mother Oya. I'm trying to see whenever it finishes I can turn the lamp on. But I'm sitting up in here in the dark because we don't play like that. When it's storming, we turn everything off. But I had to share this with y'all. Hey Monica. I had to share this with y'all. Let's see if I can get any kind of source of light. Hey John. I like this dark though. Y'all know I love the dark side as far as working in a funeral home and stuff like that. So I don't mind sitting up here in the dark, but let's see if I can get a little bit of light without turning on the lamp. Because I would, Bonita said, me too. Yeah, I could spend the night in a funeral home and I would be okay. Like, I really do love funeral homes, okay? Hold on, let's see. Ooh, it works. Positive said, LOL, my niece picks on me for liking to be in the dark. Yeah, okay, I'm telling y'all, I really am a love and light type of person, but I love the dark side. You know what I'm saying? I just really love the dark side. Bonita said, oh, I'm not saying all that. So you wouldn't spend the night in there, Bonita? I would. I definitely would. Hey, Muppet. Hey, Falonda. I haven't seen you in a little minute. So yeah, y'all. Bonita said no. I would. I would spend the night in a funeral home. I'm not afraid. I mean, um, the same energies that are there follow me all around everywhere anyway. So I really wouldn't. I really would not. Lies I tell. I would. I would be scared. Okay. I would spend the night, meaning I would be awake the whole time. Let's rephrase that, okay? So I wanted to tell y'all. So earlier today, I posted on my Instagram for those of y'all that follow me on IG. Bonita said, "Funeral home, no, I don't scare easy. Trust me, but yeah, it is. It's one of those things. I just kind of sort of am infatuated with it." But yeah, so if y'all have any questions when I'm done telling my little story, I can answer them for you all. But I just want to let y'all know that it's real out here in this spiritual world, in these spiritual streets. Let me tell y'all what happened today. So I texted my son. Y'all know I always had receipts, so I can post the text in the community section. But I texted my son. It wasn't yesterday, it was Sunday. Spirit was speaking to me, and I said, I need to do some protection work for my son. It's been a minute, and I haven't done anything since we relocated. All of our jars and stuff, I buried them at the old house, and we've been here in Virginia. So I said, how do you charge your stones and beads with the rain? I just sit them outside. Okay, for like romantic type stuff, June. Yeah, that's a different level. When I said spend the night, I was being exaggerative, meaning that's how much I really love funeral homes. But nah, I wouldn't spend the night either. But I'm gonna tell y'all one of the things I really love about funeral homes is the smell, like the smell of a funeral home, like the brand new caskets smell. Hmm. Creepy, creepy, creepy. Okay, so anyway, so I posted this Yemonya bead on my Instagram, and Monica inboxed me, so I will be starting on yours tonight once we turn the power back on. Now I put the little shells and the little mermaids on there, and so I was working on elect gaze for a few clients over the weekend. So I was sitting there and I said, let me make my son a bead. So I texted him and I asked him what colors he wanted. So I made this bead for my son, right? See that it has the kind of rosary effect going on. He said black and white and red, so I added some silver, of course, to it, and the little rosary, Mother Mary at the bottom. So I blessed his bead, and it sat outside in a thunderstorm a little while ago. I just pulled it in. I pulled him in because I sit him outside. So the question was, how do you charge him? As it rains and thunders, you put them in a place like the traditional Ifa style. You put them in a safara, which is like a pot, but I put them in this antique silver pot, and I put my herbs and my other things in there, and I burn a white candle. So I had already blessed his bead, okay, and yeah, you could put it on the air. Yeah, that's fine, Benita. Thank you, June. Thank you, Muppet. Okay, Bonita says she has some Yemonja beads. And for protection, yes. Just texting order. Okay, okay, June. So this one was for my son. Well, this is for my son. He'll be here Thursday. He's flying up here from Georgia. So this one is for him. That's the I showed you all the Yemonja, and also made Oshun bead. But I made all of these the same day I made my son's bead, and I made myself a new Oya bead. I put the one that I had for her on the shrine downstairs. Okay, so this is the new one, and I have gemstones and so like that. I have gemstones and beads, seed beads on it. So I blessed all of my stones and specifically my son's, and I made instead of making my son a jar this time, I said I'm going to dedicate one of my Papa Legba dolls to my son. And instead of it being for road opener, I said I'm going to do it for protection. You know, he lives in Atlanta. Well, he lives near Atlanta. He lives in Marietta. So I was like, okay, let me do that for him for protection and get... oh, Monica, is it still buffering? I don't know if it stopped. I wasn't looking at it to see. Hopefully it's not buffering anymore. Like I said, we do have a storm going on. Let me know if it's stopped buffering. Okay, perfect. Not anymore. Thank you, Benita. Yes, please press the like button. Oh, shooting about the like. Okay, B. Okay, June. So I said, okay. The candle broke. The Oya candle broke. And she's my spirit mother, so of course she protects my children as well. So I said, okay, the Oya candle broke, so that was definitely a sign. And, you know, I've been having some really weird dreams lately, so I said, let me do my son a necklace. I was in here working on his Ede. I have Ikofa, which is the hand of Arumala. So not only have I been initiated for Oya as a priestess, but I've also been initiated to receive the hand of Arumala, so I can make a protective bead for you. I wear mine. Mine just looks a little bit different. It's the Santeria colors, and as you all can see, it's open. And I left it open like this so I could talk to you all about these things. Whenever your beads break or when they open up or something like that happens, it's because they take a hit for you spiritually. So what happened was my bracelet opened up earlier today when I went to Hobby Lobby. I didn't close it. I just came home and I, you know, channeled, and Spirit told me to make my son his a day. said, okay. So I'm making his bead, I'm blessing it, I'm doing everything. And I said, I need to make him a Papa Legba doll for protection too. So when he comes here Thursday, he can take his doll back home with him. Babe, what time were you talking to Lisa? Do you remember? You were off work. About 5 o'clock. Okay. I started working on his bracelet at about 3-ish. Okay. I put it to the side because I had a reading. I don't know if you watched my channel. I had a male who I met on YouTube who got the reading. He met me on here, so he may be watching. I did your reading. You're in California, so I don't know what time it was there, but I know here it was, it was a little after 4-ish. Put the bracelet down, did the reading, ended the reading, picked the bracelet back up, started working on it again. Do y'all know that my son lives with my wife's best friend from high school? Do you all know that she called us and told us that my son had a gun pulled on him by the police in Marietta? I was like, you have got to be fucking kidding me. When my wife came in here to tell me that, y'all, I had the bracelet in my hand. I put this on everyone that I love. Okay? Everybody on planet Earth that I care about. That's what happened. Okay, y'all, I got a phone call. I'm sorry about that. Okay. Yes, it was the okay. So remember the protection candle that I showed y'all the other day on the live from Oya? That was that. My bracelet was wide open. I just closed it, but my bracelet was wide open, and the reason I got this particular kind of a bracelet on is so that I can know when there's something that's going on, so it'll open. I'm telling y'all, since I've been initiated in Ifa, I've gone through 2 Oya necklaces. I've gone through 3 of these. Okay, 3. My wife has gone through several. I mean, it makes sense because I do a lot of, spiritual work for people. I do a lot of reading, so I'm approached by different energies. But Papa Legba, you all, I'm telling y'all, get you 3 cowrie shells. Okay, June to go back and say it. Okay. So while I was making the bracelet, my wife came in here. This was after I started it, put it down, did a reading, and started back on it. My wife came in here, and while I had the bracelet in my hand, she told me, Lisa just said Jalen had a gun pulled on him by the police. I was like, what? Like, I almost broke the bracelet that was in my hand, and I had to catch it and just put it down and, like, ground myself. She was like, he didn't get shot or anything. It was a misunderstanding. The police thought that he had stolen his own car because my baby daddy has the car in his name, which is in a Tennessee tag. And I have told him time and time again, he lives in the suburbs of Atlanta, and the cops there are very skeptical of, African-American young men. My son just turned 21 on our birthday in January. And, I mean, I was, like, telling my kid's father before to get the, registration and all that switched over. I understand he's younger. The insurance is going to be more. But you buy him a fairly, newer car. And, it's not a fancy car or anything. It's an Avenger. But it's a nicer, newer Avenger. And, the police may think that he has done something, with this car. Okay, June said her daughter's name is Jalen. That is so nice. Yeah, y'all. Thank you. Hey, Connor. Yeah, y'all. I'm telling y'all. So you saying when it opens up, that's a sign. I didn't hear it. Yes. For me, I would just break these. I've gone through several of these, and I would just break them. This is your traditional Ifa, if you're practicing, depending on what branch of the African tradition system. You have Ifa, you have Santeria, you have all different branches, but the roots are Ifa, and they branch off. So you can, as a priestess, I can access any of these energies and pull them down. But I like this one because it opens and closes every time. It never fails. If I look, oh, okay, I don't know. It keeps buffering. But again, we do have a storm going on. So I was like, why didn't I think that that was what was going on? Earlier today, I walked outside to let my dog in the backyard, and I saw the jar that my daughter has for herself. I saw that her jar outside, and I instantly thought it's time for me to make new jars for the kids because I haven't made them any since we've moved. And I promise you all, that was what was on my mind. That was what was on my heart. I said, okay, I'm just gonna make him make him a necklace. And make him a Papa Legba doll because I had just made his necklace Sunday. Literally Sunday, I strung this together. And like I said, I have the text message receipts. I texted him and I asked him, what color beads do you want? And he said black, white, and red. And I said, okay, perfect. And I told myself, let me add something like this so no one will think he's like a gang member or anything. Make it look more like a rosary. And I put some black obsidian on there. And I did my E5 prayers over it. I promise you all, this could have been a very negative story that I will be telling you all. But I know it was Papa Legba, so I started on his doll, and it may look a little scary, but I mean, this is an African doll, you know. He doesn't have all his hair yet. I had to hand sew his hair. So, and I gave him blue eyes because I was looking at this article. Thank you, Trisha. I can't wait until you see yours, Trisha. I was looking at this article, and I'm not going to show anyone, any of the clients' dolls. Those are personal for you all, but I do feel like it's okay to show this one for my son. But I finished painting his little cigarette today to make it look like a cigar. But hey, Pink Pink. Yes, Caramel Apple, the sad part of the story is even if he has stolen, is there a process to conviction of crime? The first reaction should not be to pull a gun. I have 3 boys and that really pisses me off to hear. Thank you, June. Yes, I'm telling you, it's not even necessarily one of those things that I can wrap my brain around. I remember we first bought our house and I posted in the community section the picture of me in the bathroom, the picture that I took in there. It was in in the suburbs, very nice house, very nice neighborhood. And I told my children the first day that we moved in, when I let them go outside and play, to make sure that they did not walk around the neighborhood with their hoodies on and think, well, I didn't let my daughter, it was just my son because my daughter was too young. I told him not to walk around with his hoodies on and things like that because I didn't want people to profile him. And little did I know the Trayvon Martin situation was going to happen shortly after. We bought our home on Valentine's Day 2012, and the Trayvon Martin situation happened shortly after that. And I had literally just spoke those words to my son. It is so important as a mother when you get premonitions, you have dreams, or you get that little nudge, that you listen to those things. Let me show y'all his little hat. This is his little hat. He gonna get some more hat, but some more hair, but that's his little hat. Now that's my son's. This is my son's right here. I got several hats painted. My papa has a black hat with bones on it. But I just thank God that I am in the profession that I'm in and that I have the insight that I have, because I get these little glimpses of things, and Spirit told me, just go ahead and make him a Papa Legba doll. He'll be here Thursday. He can take it back home with him. Oh, I was saying before, I think it started buffering. The blue eyes, I was looking at an article and I did some research. Us African Americans who have, darker color eyes actually have blue eyes underneath. We just have melanin, covering it. So it is going to appear to be black. Interesting, because my eyes are really brown, actually, especially if you catch me in the sun at a certain angle. But my grandmother, my great grandmother, developed bluer eyes when she was older, and her skin changed. She was already light skinned, but her skin became completely white. Um, Thank you, Trisha. Thank you. Love you too. Yeah, I mean, positive. Y'all just don't know the prayers that I have said today. Oh, and I forgot. We had also, I remember I was telling you guys about the blood you can get from the market. I had my pork blood. I had a cup of pork blood that I put outside of our fence in the backyard on the other side of our fence, and it smells like holy death. But I put it out there for the Ajay energy. In the Ifa tradition, we have a set of energies that are not really talked about, but you want to be on their good side, you know. And so I do appease them and I give them things. Again, just like in the Bible, when I was reading to you all about how you could use hyssop and lamb's blood to protect your front door of your home. You can do these things so that it will not come to you. It's almost like a sacrifice. Instead of you taking me, Iku, the spirit of death in the Yoruba tradition, here's this, you know. And I had just did these things earlier today, and I'm telling y'all, because when my wife said that, I was like, and she was like, I was looking like, what? She said, he's okay. So I was like, okay, let me calm my nerve. And I said, when did this happen? She said, it just happened. The police literally ended up flipping their energy around, and they took, because my son's alternator had gone out on his car. So he was headed to the auto store when it happened. And so he left the car on the side of the road, went to the auto store and walked. He was close enough to walk. And he came back to the car and the police officers were there. Police officer was there. So he ended up getting the police to drop him back off at home because the police got his car towed to Lisa's house, which is my wife's best friend who he lives with. Yes, the mothers. Yes, us mothers have our intuition for our children. Yeah, I mean, you have to think about it. Yes, they're doing. Their eyes are beautifully blue. Thank you, Trisha. Yeah, you think about it. This particular soul has lived inside of your body, you know. So it is almost like your own self. And you know, I have had dreams about my children all the time. Um, all the time. So I'm telling y'all, it was like dang, this could have gone all the way wrong. Like I don't even want to think about what could have happened, but I just thank all of the Orishas, all of the Luau, all of the archangels, all of the spirit guides, all of the ancestors. And interestingly, when I was outside earlier and I gave the offerings, I literally said, I am going to make it rain today. And it was not, it was not in the forecast, but I said, I'm going to make it rain today. And I scrounged up a lot of energy, and I wanted to yell and scream and holler. And I was like, what is going on in my soul? Why am I so amplified, knowing that spirit already had something going on in the background that they're going to work on. It's always a spiritual warfare going on behind closed doors, so I can tell you that. Yes, June, I'm so glad he is as well. And I'm making a little arugula bracelet for my little god baby as well. Um, um, yeah, and I'm telling y'all, it's so much out here. I, oh, okay. I thought you were talking to me. You talking about stuff. I encourage you all. It's not expensive. You can go to Hobby Lobby. You can go to Joann's, Michael's. Get yourself some beads and, you know, just get some string and string the beads on there. Tie, not tight, real tight. I do 3 knots. Sit them outside and let them charge up. The only difference between those beads and the ones I make is that I do bless them in an Ifa, you know, tradition. So you get an extra layer of protection. But if you can't afford to buy a string of beads from me for $13, Just make your own. I mean, I would encourage everybody to have protective amulets, and I always talk about these things to you all. I always talk about, you know, carrying your protective pieces and your talismans and things like that. My son actually has a necklace that I have been making him wear, but it's not one that I have blessed, but he did pick it out and I really liked it, and I tell him to wear it all the time. It has Mother Earth Africa on the bottom. It's about this big, so it sits on his chest, kind of like a breastplate. But I'm telling y'all, these things are very real. When I had the vision of my wife dying in an automobile accident, I had her to start, you know, wearing her talisman. I'm looking at this statue. That's what I'm doing, and I'm noticing this is Ganesh. Look at his father. He has on a set of beads as well. What did I just say? His mother does as well. And Ganesh has on his beads also. It's kind of hard to see the mother's beads, but she has a strand, and little baby Ganesh has his little strand of beads on as well. Again, I feel like, you know, haggard spirits and things like that that try to attack you while you're sleeping, that have to count something because they're so OCD, for lack of a better terms, but that's how I've seen them before in my downloads. I do feel like they stop and they count these things. Ephum powder, you know, or you can just take some eggshells, some white eggshells, and crush them, put them in a bowl under your bed, things like that. Okay. Tell me, girl, that weave. Ooh, we. What weave? Who's this? Tell me that weave. What weave? I don't have no weave. What weave? Bonita said, what's your website? It is conjurepriestess.com. Conjure, like you're conjuring up something. Conjurepriestess.com. April B said, you started to say something about cowrie shells, but it cut off. Wanted to hear what you were saying about cowries. Okay, thank you, April, because I forgot. Let me try to grab some without moving, y'all. Cowrie shells are very, very, very protective. They also speak spiritually. They have mouths. I'm going to show y'all some. Let me grab some. I'm not going to show you all my cowrie shells. Those are very, very sacred tools for those of us that are initiated. So we don't let anybody touch them or see them or anything like that. Let me grab some that I have over here that I'm going to be putting on some jewelry. Give me a second, y'all, because I'm trying not to move, y'all, this whole time. All right, here are 4. So you guys can do this. I was going to teach you all this before anyway. It's called OB, OBI. OB is also a tradition as well. A lot of Jamaicans. Okay. Alright, I think it's done, okay? Which means I can open my window. Okay, so you want to get cowrie shells that are cut on the bottom. Okay? This is the feminine side. And this is the masculine side. You can even see the little thing going on in there. And then this side has teeth. Okay? So this means that they're speaking. So this, you take 4 cowrie shells. All right. June said yes, we put them on in our beads on your website. Beads. Yeah, I do have the beads listed. Positive says thank you for the confirmation. I'm creating this for the community, especially kids. Something I've been working hard on. Working hard on what? Positive. I missed the rest of it. Where can we get the shells? You should be able to get shells anywhere. Okay, they sell them everywhere now. They sell them everywhere. So, um, pretty much, you want to take 4 shells to do OB. I haven't really. Let me see. Where's my book? I have my book of shadows because I don't want to give y'all the wrong. Okay, so what I can say, if you throw Obi, this is how you can get a yes or no when you're divining for divination. Okay, so if you get two open, so put it this way, each one of these cowrie shells is like a spiritual ancestor. And if they show their teeth, that's open. If they don't show their teeth, they show the backs, then it's closed. So let's say you have 2 open and 2 closed. That's balance. That's yes. So you wouldn't have to rethrow. That's a Lafayette, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I don't have my book with me, so don't quote me on that. Okay. 4 mouths speaking. Same thing. All 4 ancestors are saying, sitting on the sidelines, saying yes. You know, if you say, is there good energy in this house? Should I move in this house? All 4 of the ancestors are saying yes. Balance. Uh-oh. They're saying yes, this is a very balanced situation. You know, two open, 2 closed. If you get this, where you have 3 not speaking and 1 that's no, and that's like there's a little glimmer of hope. 1 ancestor, and I've seen this in my mind's eye so many times, where 1 energy will say yes and the rest are saying no. It's almost like a jury, or going before 4 judges. I don't consider them a jury. They're so powerful. I would say judges, these energies. Like the divine spiritual council that I always talk about. So you got 1 person saying, you know, kind of trying to convince the rest. That's why you rethrow if you get this. And by throwing, you just shake them up and, you know, put them down. I do it on the floor. And put it on the floor to see what they say. And you can do this if you're uninitiated. As a matter of fact, I encourage uninitiated individuals to do this. If you plan to ever get initiated in the tradition, you'll get more levels, okay? Oh, okay, jewelry beads, okay. Kyla said, oh, okay, I didn't know that's what they were called. June says they have them in Michael's Beauty Supply. That's where I used to get mine from, June, the beauty supply store. I think for the beading, I think I got 100 cowrie shells for like $7 from Amazon. That's where these came from. I have some more outside that I spent way more money on back in the day when I first got initiated, and I was charging up some to give to other people in my family who wanted to do OB. Yes, you've seen them with coconuts. So yes, you can do 4 coconut slices, and you actually have some coconut slices that have the cowrie shells in it. I have an opele chain, which is what Babalawals and Ianifas use, and I'm doing this because you wear it around your neck until you use it. And I also have palm nuts, which is called my Ikeen, and that goes in my Orumala statue pots, and it charges up until I'm ready to use it. And I use my Opun tray and my Aerosol powder, and I divine, and it is a 99% perfect, accurate divinatory system. So I can tell you if you have problems with a kidney or whatever is going on in your body, you know, just different things like that. So very interesting, very accurate. It is the binary code, so it's kind of similar to what computers run off, which lets me know that we live in a matrix, which is a whole nother story. Hey, Monica. Positive said, "Oh wow, yeah, it's very accurate." I'm just so grateful to Spirit right now. Like I could literally go outside and kiss the ground, because I could be on here screaming and hollering and boo-hoo crying, bawling my eyes out because my son had a gun pulled out on him today. This is like, and my son is very, very intelligent. Not to say that people who, get shot are not intelligent, but it was just the fact that the police officer went all the way to drop him home in the end goes to show you how that energy turned around. Like my son took freaking Latin as an elective in high school. Yeah, positive I am staying calm because one of my eco-file readings said, and that's my e-file reading, said that I needed to allow spirit to handle things for me. I needed to learn to basically they're telling me I have nothing to ever worry about. I always trust them, which I do 1,000%, to relax, to not stress. They give me my warnings and let me know when things are coming. As long as I make the offerings that they ask for, which I always do, and more than that, then I'm fine. And they even told me in one not to fight my own battles anymore spiritually. So I don't do any reverse and all that stuff anymore. I just tell them what's going on because I just can't. They told me not to. Okay. Monica, it is Kaiame. Kami, I think it's pronounced. But the bottle, matter of fact, this is what it looks like right here. So it's a tempered glass bottle, Kaiame. Yes, and it's the 10 ppm. So it's a very small particle size. I really like it a whole lot. Is it correct to put the aroma bracelet in a white cloth when not in use? I know that's not the correct spelling. Interestingly, you spelled it the way that they do spell it that way in one culture. Yes, you definitely want to put your aroma bracelet in a white cloth, but you don't want to actually not wear it. I would suggest that you never take it off. So you can, this is the one eleke or bead that I would recommend that you sleep with, that you shower with, that you do everything with. Now, for those of you that order from me or from anyone, your elekes, you do not want to sleep in your elekes. You don't want to have, sexual intercourse in them. You do not want to shower in them. If you go to the club or someplace where you're drinking and, partying, you don't want to wear them there as well. Because the energy that is placed upon these beads when they're blessed should not be deterred by any other countering energies. You know what I'm saying? So if you're drinking and you're partying and you're doing your thing, take your beads off. If it's that time of the month, as a lady, take your beads off. June says, truly blessed by spirit. Ashe. Yes. Bonita, yes. Thinking I feel positive vibes always. Exactly. Positive light, right. I learned to not be in control anymore of anything. I understand. June says, we love you, Lynn. Oh, thank you, June. Thank you so much. Love y'all too. Yeah, Spirit got my back, and I'm not being braggadocious, but I'm humble. I am honored. I am filled with emotion and gratitude because I know that I have fed my spirits. I know that I have taken awesome care of them over the years. And they are, now reciprocating that energy to me. As much as I, joke around with y'all and I talk about money all the time, I'm really the type of person who it just comes to me, so I'm good with that. But I'm really the type of person who I don't require a lot. I literally do more for most people than I do for myself. And I mean, I'm just a humble person, and the energy that I'm in right now is humble times 3. Like, y'all just don't know. It's an outstanding, like, I see this all the time in my life where people are supposed to do life sentences and they don't. Whenever I get my energies involved, people are supposed to die. Like with my wife, she was supposed to die. And she actually told me, it's interesting that you said that because the Haitian priestess she dealt with had seen some things as well. So I was just seeing the same thing. And, and the accident did happen, but she didn't pass away. So to me, it's that kind of situation. And I grew up in hoodoo, so I know that I have a lot of power that was passed down to me because the night that my grandmother died, I saw her funeral and I dreamt it. So I know she was passing down all of her wisdom, passing the torch as an oracle. But it's still so, like, whenever something happens like what happened today, to me it's just still so amazing. Even when I do readings for you all and your ancestors come through and I'm done with the live, I reflect on it. And I go back and I listen to myself and I'm like, damn, they really speak through me. It's not me that's this, powerful person or that's this amazing oracle. It's literally the energies that have chosen to use me as a vessel and that have chosen to work through me. That's why I encourage you all to do your own energy work as well. And I like to, embed the seeds and plant them elsewhere, because sometimes I don't want to be the person who's like, oh, can you do this for me? I'm very motivated to teach other people how to do their own thing. That's what raises the vibration of the planet, because I can't do it by myself. I mean, there has to be a squad of people that I can look at and say, okay, the collective is shifting and I'm a part of that. But I must, have the freedom to handle my own family issues, my own marital issues. Um, I need the energy to expand on my children and things like that. So sometimes, when clients have really strong cases, yeah, I'll jump in. But for the most part, I tell them, hey, this is what you do, to just empower others. And you're welcome, Monica. John said, okay, I have it in one I was told to not sleep with. Yes, from my godfather, because you'll have nightmares. Yeah, you will, because I'm telling y'all, these energies are very strong. Very, very, very strong. Never discredit. And I made myself an awesome, amazing waist bead. I can't show it to you all because I saw myself as a little baby with the waist bead on in a vision that I guess, I do have all this Nigerian blood, all this Sierra Leonean and Benin blood. So I do have the tribal energy, not just in my DNA, but my soul tie. So I literally saw myself as a little girl wearing waist beads. So I made myself a pair of waist beads. I put some, gemstones and things like that on it. Charged it up real good. And I swear to you all, since I made those waist beads, when I sleep in them, I definitely have the most crazy dreams, okay? So I would not encourage anyone to sleep in their elect case. I've never slept in them. And when you have a godparent, they'll tell you to sleep in them only if there is like a situation where you have like a really terrible illness or something like that. They'll tell you to sleep on them. Thank you, Pinky. Oh, thank you, Benita. Yeah, I promise you all, what you see is what you get with me. Um, you know, if I'm having a good day, bad day, whatever, like I'm just whoever I am in that moment because I'm human. And I never, ever, ever, ever want anybody to think that I'm this person that they could never be, because everybody that I'm talking to right now under the sound of my voice has the capability to be very powerful and strong. It starts with your belief system. And I think because I just started seeing so many things at an earlier age, I just got hip to this um, long ago. But it's still a possibility for everybody to manifest things and to get things. And that's my goal. I want to see you all say, okay, I'm scratching this off the list. You know, I'm checking this off. You know what I'm saying? That's what gives me satisfaction, because hell, I've manifested. Hell, I've had all kind of shit. Like when it comes to material, when it comes to, you know, protection, when it comes to love, when it comes to finances, whatever car I've always wanted, I got. Whatever house I wanted, I got. Like what is left other than now it's time to, you know, start spreading that energy elsewhere, because I'm 40 years old now. I'm at the stage where it's time for me to learn. You know, wisdom is the application of knowledge. I've learned a lot of things. I'm very knowledgeable. Now it's time for me to apply these things. It's time for me to shed light on other people's situations, and, you know, have other people that are out here that are like, okay, we're winning too now. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, June. Yeah, and I appreciate and love you all as well, because this is what Spirit told me to do. They said, you know, when I asked about walking away from my job, making excellent money. When you're number 5 in the company at Progressive, you make excellent money. Let me just put that part out there. And I was working from home too. I said, okay, Spirit, you know, they kept telling me they wanted me to walk away. And I said, okay, so, you know, I want to make sure that I'm financially good. And they were like, boop, before I could even finish. They cut me off and they was like, boop, boop, boop. And I said, okay. They said, this is your life. This is your life path. And even my godmother told me that it was meant for me to be in Yanifa and to do all these things. Yanifa is a mother of secrets. That's the highest level you go in Ifa tradition. And by being the mother of secrets, you learn so many things. You have all the Orishas backing you up and supporting you, not just the crown Orisha that you receive, but all of your Orishas work with you on your behalf. They back you up. They allow you to perform miracles. You know, you are a high priestess at that particular point. So she told me that was my life path, and that was what was meant for me, that in my past life I've already been one, and all of these things. And so she's initiated probably thousands. And she told me in our past lives we've done initiations together, and that I was one of the most powerful people that she had met. And so I told her, you know, I appreciate that, but when it is time, I do want to be that person that, you know, puts other people on their path or helps them on their path, at least guiding and shaping, you know. It's one of the things that I want to do. You said to put the jewelry beads back on after Mother Nature. Yes, positive, especially your elect case, because this energy. So if you wear these beads while you are, you know, going through your cycle, especially if you were wearing, let's say, for example, Obatala, the king of the white cloth, his bead is all white. If you're wearing Obatala during that time, you can change the energy in your ori, your head, because Obatala only takes white. and opposite sides of their energies. For example, you know, they will call them the petois spirits. Like if you practice voodoo, where you have, because like I told you on the last life, everyone or everything has a dark side and a light side. So it's like Obatala is very calm. He doesn't drink. He doesn't take anything other than white. He doesn't even take seasoning on his food. But he has a dark side. So you don't want to summon his dark side. So you want to keep these energies very cool, so you don't wear these beads during that particular time. Okay, it has a lot to do with the way that it can drain your energy as well. Like I told you all, I put the blood outside in the backyard of the animal to kind of keep the spirits, because when you work with spirits, they kind of drain you. Even if you're just working with the spirit of an angel in Christianity or Jesus or whatever energies, they can kind of drain you. Okay. Thank you, Pinky. Bonita said, do you also have other ways to charge for Yemoya, and who's best for protection? Other ways to charge for Yemoya? Yes, you can go to a body of water, take your beads, and you can cleanse them there. I cleansed my Ilekes, the very first set of Ilekes I received when I went to Haiti 2 years ago. And I just dipped them in the water and cleansed them. And I said a prayer. So you can use water, very healing and cleansing. For protection, you use your warriors. Your warriors are Shango and Eshu. Eshu's bead is black and red, or Papa Legba, whichever name you prefer to give them. But mine has, this is what his beads are going to look like right here, black and red. And then Shango's bead is going to be red and white. And the black and the red symbolizes blood as well as protection. The black is for protection, like I tell you, our black candles for protection, or to black crystals to absorb negativity and to protect you. And the red represents blood. And then with Shango, you have the white, which represents peace, and then the red, which represents the blood as well. Right, we aren't perfect, but in my eyes, we are unique in our own way. Precisely, positive, precisely. Bonita said, I love that you want us to do it ourselves, lovely. Yes, because I mean, why would I? Do y'all know how time consuming it is? I am a very detail oriented person, so I'm not just going to throw something together and be like, oh, here you go, boom. So it takes me so much time and so much energy, and then I channel, and then I get downloads, and I have dreams, then the spirit gives me messages and sends me signs. So if I make one thing for someone, let's say if I make an eleke, I can take 2 or 3 days just for one bead. Now, mind you, it only takes me about 30 minutes to make a bead, but I will get information, then spirit guides start speaking, and then this and then that. I'm like, oh my God. But of course, me being a priestess, that's a part of my journey, is to provide tools. So I get that. Not necessarily in the leke as an example. Let's see, like for example, what, I have all this fuzz in my hair. Let's say for example, I'm doing spell work for someone. Like if they want love, I can take my time, where somebody else be like, okay, here we your love jar. Boop, I did it last night. I'm like, no, she needs this in there, that in there, that in there, that in there, that in there. And I may charge $70 for the jar, but hell, you won't get $70 worth of stuff. Not that I'm saying, oh, it's a loss. But I just said, you know what? At a certain point, you have to just be the type of teacher, priestess, Iyanifa, you know, which is a mother. You have to be the type of mother energy that says, let me teach you, you know. Like my children, I can cook you dinner every night, but most importantly, I need to teach you how to cook your own dinner. You know what I'm saying? I can still cook for you, but I need to teach you how to do your own, you know. Wow, I need to do that. Manifest. Girl 57 here. God bless you. Look amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, I come from I come from a very ageless family, should I say. My my mom looks very young. Her mother, who's deceased, looked very young. Um, so that's a good thing, I feel. I have 4 gray hairs, y'all, that I got at the beginning of this year, and I'm so excited. I have 4 gray hairs. I feel like I'm really winning in the game. I'm like, look at me over here, progressing throughout the stages of my life. Okay. June said that's why I'm tired all the time. Yes, very draining, June. You have to protect your energy, so you have to know when to remove certain energies and put them away, like you said, in a white cloth. Okay, even your gemstones and your crystals and different things like that. Some of them can be too high, carry too much high energy, and you know what I'm saying. Things like that. Like my orishas are downstairs. I keep them all downstairs, even though some of them have made their way upstairs as well. But the entire shrine, I keep it downstairs because it's very powerful and it has a lot of energy. And so I keep it downstairs. It's in the living room downstairs. And I barely go down there. And when we do go down there, I don't stay long. My wife is always like, "Why you don't want to watch a movie down here?" Because that's where I'm really comfortable. Go lay down. Go get in bed, big boy. That's where the storm is over, baby. He is so scared of thunder. That's where our really comfortable recliner is and stuff like that. New TV, but I just can't because sometimes it's too much energy for me. Um, Bonita said, you said, what about water? You were breaking up on my end. Oh, with water, you can take your beads and you can rinse them in water very gently. I I was saying that when I was in Haiti, that I took my ELKs at that particular time and I dipped them in the water in Labade so that I could charge them with some different Haitian energy. Um, yes, Trisha, I do. I have Yemonja. I have Yemonja. I have all of the Orishas. And it is, I have Orishas that y'all have never even heard of over here. So yes, I do. I have. Let me show you what one looks like. I have some that I just shipped off. These I haven't shipped off yet. So and like I was saying earlier, Trisha, I charged them up while it was thundering and lightning today. This set, not the other set that I made. I just did my traditional wash. This is Jemunja here. Um, this is on tiny little shell. I did some little mermaid tails on there. Um, yeah, that's one. The last one I made, I put a blue teardrop, and then the other one I put a white pearl, and I've done one with a cowrie shell that was white, and I've done one with a cowrie shell that was blue over the past week. This is why sometimes when y'all see that I don't do a lot of lives is because my hands are busy because I'm making these. Um, oh, definitely have two Shango. Okay, yes. Yeah, Bonita Shango is a really strong warrior. I like Ochosi as well. A lot of people don't know who Ochosi is. Ochosi hunts down things. Like he kind of tracks down things. Like if you have enemies, Ochosi will track them down, hunt them down, and then Shango goes to war with them. Eshu opens the road. opens the gates. I always say gates because that's how I always see him opening the gate. Okay. Yep, June's the same here. I see now. We'll need to take regular water, holy water, and a prayer. Ooh, y'all, not that. So, practically speaking, because the Ifa tradition, we have a whole ritual that we do that's sacred that I can't share with anyone that's not initiated. But as far as what you're going to do, if you're just charging yours up, I would take rainwater, especially like a night like tonight where it's been thundering and lightning, and I just sit them outside on my altar. I have an outdoor altar. If you don't have access to all that, yes, just use holy water, use Florida water, use whatever you have. Smoke them in palo, things like that. I can just feel when the energy is done and it's time to recharge something. I don't know how. I've always had that ability to feel the energy and things, though. Pinky Lee said, "Give a man, yes, Pinky, give a man a fish he eats for a day. Teach him how to fish he eats every day." True, that is correct. That is why I like to tell other people, "Hey, this is what you do. This is how you do it." June said, "Yes, because I put them on in my bra and they burn me while meditating." Yep, I'm telling you, these energies are very powerful and strong. And you would think, oh, that's just a little beaded necklace. I'm telling you, these things are amulets. The spirit world will see them. It's almost like kryptonite. You know, Superman, kryptonite. It's almost like, you know, and the intentions that are put in these things when they're made, like, you guys would not believe the things that I've seen on the spiritual world. Like, I have had something, I remember one time something was trying to hit me. I had all these rings on. I was like about to punch my fist really hard, and that would have hurt. But I was laying down. This was when I was dating one of my exes. I was laying down in my ex's house in the bed, and my ex had got up, got dressed, went to work, and I was laying there by myself, and I woke up. It was still relatively, it was very early actually. The sun hadn't come up yet. And I felt something try to hit me, like, boom. And I felt everything around me vibrate, like it bounced, like it reverted the energy, like there was this protective force field around me. And I didn't see anything that day, like any spirit energies or beings. But I felt it. Something tried to just, you know, come for me. And I feel like it was the energy in her house, because I had always felt it. I never liked her house. And I never liked her house. And I ended up spending, you know, that morning in bed while she was up going to work, because she hated the fact that every time she would get up and go to work early in the morning, I would leave. She was like, "Just stay here. You got a key, just lock up." I was like, all right. And I swear to y'all, just as sure as I did not like being there, I felt something try to like penetrate my energy field. And it vibrated back off of me, though. It was like boom, like I felt it, almost like something hit a wall around me. But it's because of the different type of amulets that I was wearing at that particular time. Even if you print off a picture of something protective, it'll work, because the spirits that are around you trying to get to you will see them, and they have to, according to spiritual law, go away. They have to. It's going to deter them. It is going to repel them. It's like a sign on you that says warning, or no trespassing, or do not enter. You know, turn around, go back. Like it's those kind of things. That's why you see priests of any tradition wearing specific colors and clothing, and specific, they carry specific tools. That's why you'll see the Pope wearing specific clothing, and specific incantations that they're going to do. They carry certain little incense burners and stuff. They're smoking the spirits around them out. or appeasing them, giving them offerings. Either way you want to look at it. But these things are done for very specific reasons. June said the whole house is energized though. Correct. Trisha says, how much? My beads are only 13. I don't know why some people charge ridiculous amounts of money for the beads. Beads are not that expensive. I mean, I got a whole tray of beads for like, I think the smaller trays are like $7 or $8. The larger trays are like $13, $14 on Amazon. Then there was a place, because I used to have my own business, and I had a wholesalers inside. I think it was called Fire Mountain. And actually, we used to have a bead store near me when I lived in Woodstock. So there was a bead store down the street from me in Alpharetta. And the beads are so inexpensive. So I don't know why people charge ridiculous amounts of money. It does take a little bit of time. And when you bless them, you do have to have sacred herbs. And it is a ritual that takes place. Excuse me. But still, to me, it's not... I don't know. Some people are like $25, $35 for one bead. I'm like, okay. I don't get it, but okay. Trisha said it's so beautiful. Thank you, Joan. Thank you, Bonita. Trisha said, you know, I'll go and get me a Yemoya. Yes. Yes, you're definitely Yemoya. I love Yemoya. I don't know if I told y'all the story. I think I did. That I got a head reading that Yemoya was my crown mother. And then actually I started having some symptoms that kind of made me feel like something wasn't right. So I took the Yemoya altar apart. And then when I got initiated, they said, oh yeah. And I said, okay, that makes more sense, because the Yemoya's energy was not vibing with me. Positive said it takes time to do them, but making them homemade to me puts great magical love and energy on them. Yeah, it does take time to do them. And I mean, homemade, it looks exactly how you want it to look. The only time I would recommend someone to buy one is if they just don't have that kind of, you know, creativity or time, or if they're just looking for one that is blessed, because it does add an extra layer of protection. And the traditional E5 blessing is out of the frame. It's off the chain. I'm not gonna lie. It is out of this world. If y'all think y'all see something with tarot divination, wait until, you know, you get an Eco-Fa. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. And Bonita said, I definitely want to learn everything from you. You have amazing energy. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so excited. I've taught so many people on this journey how to do things. And it has really been an amazing, awesome experience. The first download that I remember getting when I was a little kid was that I was Egyptian. I just remember getting it. And then I remember when I lived downtown, I did this little invocation to spirit in downtown Atlanta. And I did this invocation to spirit, and spirit gave me a name that I used to have in a past life. I Googled it. Sure enough, it was a true entity's name. I had never heard of it before. And I was like, wow. And I embodied that energy 1,000%. Bonita says, I want all of them. Yes. Bonita says, you should definitely look at her videos. Did I miss somebody? Whose videos? Bonita said, okay, thank you. I have all of that. Sage, Palo Santo. Yeah, okay, you guys have to think about this. The times that we're living in, like especially during quarantine, it showed me how, you know, you cannot rely on things to be normal, quote unquote. You know, things happen, and so sometimes you're not able to do things or have business as normal. So you have to you have to you know, call upon energies and share knowledge with others. Not necessarily saying you have to give your top secret information out, but you know, sharing knowledge is not a bad idea. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's going to help the collective consciousness. Okay, I have these little cards right here. I got from the African American Museum. I pulled Harriet Tubman, of course. Oh, okay. The 11th child of enslaved parents. That's a powerful gateway energy. I didn't even know she lived in Maryland until I moved up here. You know, we learn these things when we're younger, and then it doesn't really apply that much. And now I went back and I realized, like, wow, Harriet Tubman lived one state over from me. Um, Buried with military honors. That's awesome. Imagine going and getting some dirt from that particular graveyard. If Harriet is like, yeah, sure, you can have some dirt, and you go and you pay, you know, and you bring an offering and you leave with some Harriet Tubman dirt, child, you can have it going on out here. Okay. Thank you, Pinky. Yes, y'all hit the like button for me. Benita said that's crazy. June said I paid $880 for my beads. What? Wait a minute. Hold on. Is that $88 or $880? And are those pesos? What the hell? Wait a minute. I gotta get an answer to this. I know they did not charge you $800, and if so, I have a question. Were they Nigerian? Were they like, or were they Africans? Because a lot of Nigerians, $800 goes a very, very, very. Where are my beads? Speaking of beads, I'm like, oh, where are my beads at? $800 goes a very long way in Nigeria. $800 here, $880 here in Nigeria is equivalent to probably having a few $1,000s here in the States. Okay, Trisha, I got you. Okay, Benita, yeah, you have to look at the videos. I try to talk about as much as possible. I'm trying to see what June got going on here. Hold up. Yes, Trisha, Harriet, that is you. Yeah, Chrissy, I know, right? Oh my God, June said $800. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Dang. Wow, that is right. Kyla said American dollars. Okay, so 800 Nigerian dollars. Wait a minute. Let me make sure we're on the same page because I see you did type Nigeria. Are you saying 800 Nigerian dollars? Bonita said, that's crazy. I only paid $5. Yeah, you can get beads for $5, especially if they're not blessed. They're very cheap. I'm telling y'all, $5 you can get a whole tray of beads and make all the beads you want. Damn, June said American dollars. After everything, I paid him over $1 million in Nigerian money. Yes, you did. Yes, you sure did. Bless your heart. I will say this. I have a lot of Nigerian blood, so I can say this. I don't, did I put, no, I don't think I ever posted my DNA results. 49 point something percent Nigerian, then the rest was West Africa, so pretty much in that Nigerian area. So I can say this, being of Nigerian blood, We do have this hustle type of mentality, but it should not, work negatively in someone else's favor. We like to have our hands in more than one pot. We like to. My mom is the prime example. She had me when she was 13, and she has always worked 2 or 3 jobs and always had very nice things. Lived in brand new houses and stuff like that. That she had. Her and my, father have worked really hard doing things or whatever. But some of them can be shisty. I'ma just say it. And like I said, I can say this because I have their blood. So I can talk about, folk that had the same blood as me. You know what I'm saying? That's way more than shisty though. That is like getting over on a whole nother level. Like, I understand that they have, so with work that you do for people, you do have offerings that have to be made to the energies that bless the beads or that come down and things like that. But damn, I mean, I'm trying to think like what could they have done? Because for $800, you should be bulletproof. You should not have nothing happening to you. And if somebody like, I'm telling you, like, that should be protection out of this world. And here's my thing, though. The kicker is when they charge that kind of money, then they come back and they tell you, oh, well, you got to do something else. Because that happened to me before when I first went to get my palms read years ago. Um, when I was in not Atlanta, I moved from downtown to the Buckhead area. So it was a little, still close enough, but down the street. And there was a store that sold crystals and stuff. So I got my palms read. I didn't know anything about all this stuff. The palm reader was a few stores down from the crystal shop, but I hadn't even gone in there yet. So I got my palms read, and she was like, oh, there's so much darkness around you. Things that she hit on made sense. Things that I had happened my whole life, my childhood and stuff. So I believed her. I was like, oh, you got me. So she was like, you need to pay all this money to get the darkness from around you. She was like, it was like gonna be $1,000. I was like, well, baby, that darkness gonna have to stay with me then, because I do not have $1,000 to give you for this crystal that you want to give me. And so I didn't do it. So she was like, I was getting ready to leave, and she said, this is going to affect your children. So I was like, okay, damn, you got me. So I had maybe $400 saved up in the bank. And I said, I got to get this money because I don't want nothing to happen to my babies. So as spirit would have it, I had an accident. And State Farm, I think, wrote me a check. State Farm wrote me a check for $4,000 on the spot. That came out. So I called a lady and I said, I got the money. And I was like, damn, like I wanted to buy, I wanted to buy a new sectional, and I was like, man, like, dang, I went to Rooms to Go, and I was like, dang, after I pay her, I'm not even going to be able to get the sectional that I want. So I just chose a cheaper sectional, and I went ahead and paid her. That was what I did with my insurance check. Do y'all know that when I gave that lady that insurance check, that $1,000, oh, do I have a crystal in here? The damn crystal was like this little, y'all. I don't even have nothing. Oh, yes I do. This going inside of Papa. Look at this. She gave me some shit that was this size, y'all, for $1,000. I had never had a crystal before, and I didn't know. Paid her $1,000, and I thought all my problems were gonna go away, and my children, most importantly, my children were gonna be protected. So I went ahead and did it. But let me tell y'all, yeah, June, I could tell you have Nigerian. Yeah, he was shady. I could tell energetically. That's how he got me with my daughter. Exactly. When you start talking about children, you're dealing with real, true parents. We're going to go above and beyond. So I'm literally telling y'all, I had an accident maybe 2 or 3 days after I talked to the lady, after I left her little studio. And I said, okay, they came out, they signed that check on the spot. I said, okay. let me go ahead and because I was on Peachtree Street checking my P.O. box, and this lady just ran into the back of me. And I said, okay, let me go ahead and take this money, pay this lady, and let her, do all the things she's do for me and my kids. Don't y'all know, after working with her for 2 or 3 weeks, and by working with her, I talked to her one other time on the phone. And she came back after that, and I said, okay, she told me to bring the crystal back to her. I brought it back to her, and I'm treating this crystal like it was liquid gold. Y'all should have saw how I was like trying to give it back to her, and she was like, no, 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 I can't touch it, put it on the table, I have to do all of this top secret ass shit for with it. And it's so intense, and this and that, and it has absorbed all this negativity from you from your whole life, and I can't touch it. That's how she was making it sound. I was like, all right, girl, all right, whatever. But she was like, let me look at everything. So she pulls out her little damn bag of tricks, and she's sitting there looking at everything, and she's like, oh no, these, she made it seem like we pissed somebody off in the spirit world, and now they was gonna come for blood. So I had to cough up some more coins. I told her, I said, well, baby, let me tell you like this right here. Hold on, y'all. Let me turn on my lamp because it's not thundering anymore, so I can charge up my phone. I was like, baby, if I gotta pay you more than stike, as they say where I'm from, then we just gonna have to keep this motherfucking darkness on me, okay? That's when the hood came out of me. Because I was like, now you trying to get over, and I don't play those kind of games. You're not gonna come for me. I got 2 children. I'm a young single parent out here, and I don't know about nobody else, but $1,000, my rent wasn't even $1,000. So I was like, shoot. And by this time, I had bought me a little, brand new Honda. My rent and my car note put together, because I don't believe in having no expensive car note. So my car note and my rent wasn't even $1,000. Well, probably was just at $1,000, because I had moved from downtown. So I was no longer paying $800 a month. And you think I'm gonna easily give you $1,000 when I had to have an accident to give you that the first time? And you think I'm just gonna mosey back up in here and slide you and grease your palms with a whole nother $1,000? Baby, let me tell you something. Ain't no way. Right, Pinky said, oh hell no. Positive, it's disappointing how some people can be. It is very disappointing. Now, on the flip side, it's disappointing that some clients do want you to go above and beyond, and they don't want to pay you nothing. But I understand, like I said before it start buffering, people are sick, afflicted, and a lot of them don't have money. They're bad off, and that's why I tell people, pay me when you can. Because first of all, if I'm really doing something, which I know my magic works, then I should be able to help you manifest something, right? So if you don't have the money now, you won't have it in the future if we working together and doing what we're supposed to do together. And you're going to do right by me, because if you choose not to, then the work is just going to backfire. So that's the way that you set it up as a practitioner, so that, if they don't pay you, then okay, hell, you ain't going to lose nothing, because it's going to be pointless, and I know for a fact the spirits that I deal with, you don't want to double cross them. I would not even want to double cross them, okay? So I just told myself, you know what, let me stop going to other people. And that was when I had to crank it up a notch, because I realized a lot of the intention that goes into work is from the person who is on the receiving end. The reason that it works for a lot of people, we have, a lot of us do have very strong ancestors and, different energies that have been working with us because of our blood lineage, or because of our, our family. Like, I grew up in Hoodoo. I have Nigerian blood, of course, that gives me an upper hand, or home field advantage. But there's also a situational awareness that exists, where you have to realize that you are powerful as well. Your intentions are helping the person that's doing the work for you as well, So to charge an astronomical amount of money doesn't make sense to me. A lot of the money that I charge is for the supplies, because I do use a lot of stuff that I feel is very important in the work itself. June, you laughing? I know that's right. Benita said, hell no. Hey, Subarel Sims, how you doing? Bonita said, oh my God, that's why you paid $1,000 for your babies. I sure did. I don't regret it to this day. I mean, because it taught me a lot about things. And now that I'm a practitioner myself, I would never charge $1,000 to do something like that. You know, now some situations people have are very, 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 very intense. I still, if I was to say, okay, it's going to be $1,000, that's because spirit may say, well, we want a goat. And the market that I go to where I get goats from near me, the goats are for the young goats, young he goats, male goats. They're $350. Not a mature goat. Then I would be like, okay, the work would at least have to be enough to cover the goat, right? So then, whatever I would charge on top of that, but I've never charged anybody $1,000. And hell, I saved lives and prevented people from going to jail, prison, and all kind of stuff. And I've never charged $1,000. And I don't understand what that would look like. Why? Like, I mean, now to do an initiation, that's the most expensive work that I would do. That would start at 1,500 because it's in order to get the Orishas to come down, you have to do a lot. You have to spend a lot of money. What? No, I paid 3,000 total. Well, honey, let me tell you something. Like I said, bullets should be flying off of you. You should be like Neo on the Matrix, baby. If somebody's shooting at you, that shit need to roll off you like water off a duck back. 3 stacks, I'm telling you right now, ain't no way. Kyla said no. Okay, you see what I'm saying? Yeah, April says crazy. Yeah, an American dollar is 375 in Nigerian. Yeah, I know. I was trying to make sure my daughter was straight because she was sick and passing out. She stopped afterwards. Yeah, I mean, and then there again, what's the price of your life? What's it worth? Because to me, at that particular time, when she was mentioning my children, as we say in the South, $1,000 wasn't nothing, especially when I went out there and got tapped on the back. And I was okay, and then I got the money. I was like, okay, if it's for my babies, I'll do it. But if you just playing games, then that's when I was like, let me get heavy into this myself. And sometimes there is this aha moment that happens, or something that happens that kind of thrusts you on your path and forces you to learn how to be stronger. And you become a pro in the game. Because at that particular point, I said, let me take my butt over here to this little store I've been. It's called Phoenix and Dragons. It was right next door to my apartment. I didn't even have to get in my car and drive. I could walk. So I went in there and that's when I saw, wow, they have tarot cards, crystals, herbs, statues. They have the whole 9 yards in here. And I was just in heaven. I was over there all the time. I was taking my children. We were always there. And I started learning. And I started, learning how to do things on my own. Yeah, Bonita said when they start asking for extra money, I know it's all about the money. Yep. I went to a very amazing woman and she helped me and didn't charge me. Yeah, and that's like me. I only charge practically for the supplies. It's really mostly supplies. June said yes, he kept asking for money, then I started to ignore him. Right. That's sad, June. It was right after my granny died. After my granny said I wasn't in good headspace. Well, the good thing about it, June, is you got the results that you were looking for. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that's the thing that kind of kickstarts the spirits to kind of bypass the person that was working through them initially, and they recognize you. Because like I said, when you're wearing your Legba beads and things like that, spirits recognize you. They see you, and they, like I said, it gives you an upper hand advantage because the spirit realm has particular things that they look for, and they see you as, okay, nope, I can't mess with this particular person because they're guarded, they're wearing this today. these simple colors, these beads, and the ritual that has been placed on them will automatically force this particular spirit that may be trying to take your life early to honor the pact that they have made, and they cannot come for you. So in the end, it's worth it. But I'm glad you knew when to pull back. You know what I'm saying? Because at this point, you're taking money out of a young mother's pocket, and she has children. I understand you got some little folk over there in Nigeria you trying to feed too, but hey, we hungry over here in America, okay? So don't do that. Don't play with our stuff like that. Hey Orion, how are you? I'm good. Bonita says, if you say that I need a goat, you will faint. I'll be like, oh my God, a goat. Yeah, some of the, as an E5 priestess, I've seen it all. Some of the, to correct any imbalances in a client, some of them have had to have goats and other things. You guys will be amazed. When I told y'all that I will wrestle down a hen, I literally mean that. Like I've had to wrestle down hens. I've had to wrestle down hens. Okay, and you know what? And I'll take that back. They are so at peace when they are sacred. And it's just amazing to me. I just look at them and I'm just like, wow, they know what's going on. It's a sacred exchange, the energy is. And I can't really describe it, but, it's a sacred situation, and it's very peaceful. When I first got into the tradition, I was like, man, how am I gonna feel, you know, having blood on my hands? You know what I'm saying? But as a priestess, you save lives. Simple as that. So it's like, do you do this to save a life? Yes, you do. That's my job. That's what I signed up for. So if it calls for me to do something to exchange energy in a sacred manner, then that is what I have signed up and elected to do. And I'm very honored that I have been blessed with that, because I'm telling you, the experience is something I cannot even explain. Bonita said, I will faint, not you, me. Kyla said, I wondered if she conjure up that accident to make you come back. I thought the same thing, Kyla. Now, here's the thing. Again, energy is very powerful. Sometimes those of us who are on the receiving end are so powerful we don't even know it. I said to Spirit after I left her little place, she had a house. You know how they rezone the homes so that it's commercial? So she had a house not too far from my apartments, and it was rezoned for business. But it was a beautiful house that's set up on kind of like a hill. You had to put the car in, what is it? You have to put it in some other gear and, hurry up and go up the hill. It's like sitting perched up here. And I just remember riding past there thinking, one day I'm going to be doing whatever it is she's doing there. I knew it. But I knew that I had to crawl before I could walk. You can't come in the game outshining the master. That's one of the 48 laws of power. Never outshine the master. So when you don't know, you sit back and you learn and you shut your ass up. And sometimes it might cost you $1,000, but that's the initiation fee for spirit to say, okay, she true to the game. We're gonna go ahead and have her back. Because I swear to you all, after that, my spirituality took off instantly. So it could have been me. It could have been me that said, because I was like, whatever I got to do, I'm going to do it. And I remember praying, and I was like, I need this money. And I'm telling y'all, it just kind of landed in my lap. It was like, maybe she did conjure it up. But at the end of the day, I got me a new sectional. And I love that sectional. It was beautiful, and I really liked it. I got it from Rooms to Go. And interesting, the day that I went to Rooms to Go to get my sectional, same day I dropped off the money to her, I saw this homeless man, and I was eating a bag of crystals. And at this time, I still ate meat. I was eating a bag of crystals, and I don't know what kind of meat this was. They told us years ago it wasn't beef, but I swear to y'all, that crystals, I don't know. I don't even care what it was made out of. Crystals is good. I had a bag of crystals and I had some fries. I had eaten maybe half of a crystal. This man walked up to my car and um, he said, do you have any change? And I gave him some change. And he said, I haven't eaten anything. And I said, okay, you want some of these crystals and fries? And I was like, he probably gonna turn them down and curse me out. When I tell y'all, this man, he was a Caucasian man. This man took that bag of crystals and those fries, and he ate that food like he hadn't had food in eons. And you know, the whole experience was just like supernatural, I guess you can say. And I know they tell you, you know, you have to always be careful of how you treat people, because you never know when you're entertaining angels. And to me, that whole experience, I had just supernaturally manifested this money. Or like Kyla said, she had conjured up, Victoria, that was her name. She had conjured up the energies and set everything in motion for me to get everything going. But it was definitely a gateway, because it opened up. I'm telling y'all, after that, I started buying all my books. I bought my first deck of tarot cards. You know, I just started doing all kind of stuff, and I was channeling out of the frame. So it probably was. June said, yes, he said that he needs chickens to sacrifice for her. Yes, you do. Whenever someone is sick, you transfer that energy. And actually, I learned how to do that before I became initiated as a priestess. Oh, Trisha said, you're my blessings, Lynn. Thank you. I'm so honored. I'm so honored. Sabril says, I've been trying to educate myself the most I can regarding the Orishas, but information seems so sparse. When it comes to the Orishas, you should be able to, there are some books. I would have to, I can't think right now. Oh my gosh. There are some books. I can put them in the community section. I said that I was going to start putting some blogs together and even some videos here. But the most important thing when working with the Orishas is making sure that you honor their numbers. They have numbers associated with each Orisha for a very specific reason. Honoring their numbers, honoring the colors. They have very specific colors for a specific reason. And they have specific days as well. So those three things. Honoring them on their day and utilizing the energy of their numbers and their colors. Oh, Trisha, I'm so excited. Yes. Thank you, Orion. Yes, I am 100% well. I'm live and kicking it over here. So that's what made me click on your channel, looking at Eleke beads. Okay. A lot of people tell me that that was their first video that they saw of me, was the Eleke ones. And you're just starting, Orion. Never feel like, you know, when these energies choose us, I don't care if it's day one for you or if you've been practicing for years. These energies are very protective and they're very powerful. So just jump in, and when you know, gravitate towards certain energies, work with them. I'm noticing all these carvings on this statue. June said yes. I was like that. I took it as a sacrifice of my money to see if I truly wanted. Most definitely. Yeah, you have to sacrifice things. You have to. Money is a sacrifice, you know. Kyla says, you know where my mind went when you said crystals, right? Yes, I'm telling you. And June said, I'm a Taurus. I love money, so they know that was a sacrifice for me. Most definitely, though. And one time I got a channel message that I needed to burn some money. You know, not no little money, some money. I was like, oh, Lord. Okay. All right, Spirit, I'm going to trust you. But once that energy was released into the ethers, good God Almighty, y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I had so much money. This was when I was an entrepreneur. I had so much money back then that it was stupid. And I was like, when they told me to burn the money in my fireplace, I burned it. I ain't gonna lie, I was cleaning up. I had this black vase that was in my bedroom, propped up on my, like this black chest that I had. It's in my daughter's room downstairs now. But I had this tall black chest, and I opened it up, and I would put, you know, little things in there like my makeup and stuff that I didn't want all laying out. So on the top of the chest, I had this black vase. It was really pretty. It had like this kind of like swirl going around it. So I would keep, you know, cash back when I would keep cash in my house. I don't keep cash in my house now, so don't nobody try to come busting up in here thinking I got some stacks up in here. I don't have no money up in here, okay? So national coin shortage anyway. I ain't seen paper money in a year. Um, but I had, you know, I would keep cash. And so I would take $1,000 and put one of those black binders around them that you know, clamp paper with. So I had you know, let's just say a few of those in there. So I said, let me stop keeping all my money at home. Let's take my money to the bank. I got a business account for my business. Let me keep my money in there. Because I would have people, clients that would buy in bulk from me. So they would spend like, you know, $4,000 at their time. So that's why I was like that. Plus I wanted to just see my money, you know. So I ended up taking all my money to the bank, or so I thought. After Spirit told me to burn this money this one time, y'all, I was just cleaning up and I was like, I'm gonna take that black vase to the Goodwill because the top of it had cracks. So I was tired of looking at the little crack on there, and I was like, let me just take it to the Goodwill. And someone told me open it up, and it was kind of dark in my bedroom. My TV light was on. I said, okay. I opened it up because I was like, let me make sure I don't have any old receipts in there. And I was feeling around in there, and I was like, what is this? Y'all, why do I still have $2,000 in there? And I just randomly found it. And I was like, dang, had I not burned that money, I probably would not have released that energy. But it's amazing the way energy really works, the way money works. That's why I like this seal right here. Anybody that's looking for seals, the book, The Power of Seals, I think Anna River wrote it. This seal right here is on your money. That's why I really like this seal. It's a very magnetic seal. You can use money to get more money. It's so energized. Very high power energy around money as far as manifesting more of it. There's a book, The Power of the Subconscious Mind. Forgot who wrote it. It's an older book. But in the back of the book, it's a little small book. In the back of the book, they have a section on attracting money. Very, very, very powerful book. Very, very powerful book. April B said, my transport for medical keeps in the sky. I don't like it. Told him 8 times, don't send him back. They keep doing to myself, coming in to protect myself by force. Yeah, as well. Yeah, you have to. Monica Ross said, okay, just came back. What I missed? Just a little chit chat. Nothing really major. Just talking about spiritual stuff. How this lady, when I first started in the game, charged me $1,000 for crystal this size. June was telling her story about the money she spent. Cause she fed a whole village in Nigeria, child. You probably bought somebody a house, June. Orion said, how do the Orishas like the ancestor money? That's a really good question. Um, so I do feel like because the Orishas are not just my Orishas, they are my ancestors and my Orishas. Again, I have Nigerian, which the Orishas are Nigerian. They are from Benin, from the Ile of Ifa, which is, right near Nigeria and in that arena. So they are my ancestors as well. So for me, personally, when I burn the ancestor money, I have seen really great results. I'm gonna show y'all what some looks like that I really like. For those of y'all who are trying to manifest the money, I use this a lot for my clients. It's on my ancestor altar. Oh, I got some mental. Let's see. Did I leave it in here? I know I put one in here the other day because I was... Nope, I took it out. Yep, I took it out. This one I really like though. They have so many different ones. Yeah, oh, you know what? I have one. I took it out, but I have one. It's my bookmark. This one I really like right here. And for those of y'all who receive ancestor altars, I put the money in there that looks like real money. Okay. But I like this one right here a whole lot. See that right there? Ooh, my ancestors be doing it up in the astral realm when I burn these. And I would not necessarily say the Orishas Orion, but more so the ancestors, okay? This has 3 wands on there, so triple wands. It has some little degrees type symbols, so it looks like it's highly charged, like with mathematical energy. Has a pineapple on here, which represents prosperity and abundance. It has a village in the back, and this particular energy is sitting on a throne. There's like a whole village in the background. On the back, it says ancestral spirits known and unknown. This note is for you. May it dissolve all karmic debt and provide unimaginable abundance in the afterlife. This is my favorite money to burn right here. So what I do is I just go out right outside in the front of my house, one of my little gardens, little raised flower bed areas is my little money area, okay? And again, don't nobody try to come over here and say, well, let me don't come over here. Let me just say that. But that's one of my money spots. And I'll just go outside and I'll just randomly burn some money, ancestor money. But what I do is I take a little message, a little petition or note that I write, and I wrap it up in the ancestor money. I fold it towards myself, and then I just burn it very slowly, just light it like this. And as it starts burning, I kind of say a prayer to my ancestors, and I just imagine them with a lot of money in the spirit realm, and like it says here, clearing up karmic debt, especially those who did not know what it was like to have abundance as humans walking on this planet Earth. I ask for them to have even more abundance, you know. And when it comes to the Orishas, they like a lot of, things like palm oil, shea butter, coconut, cocoa butter, liquors. Everybody except for Obatala takes liquor, alcohol. Even cleaning your elecades and things, you can use rums and coconut rums, and these smell so good. You can use, let's say you have your Oshun bead, you know, you can spray some perfume on there. You know, Oshun loves smell good. You can take some flowers, fresh flowers, and, you know, just lay it around. You can take some cinnamon sticks, you know, take your 3 cinnamon sticks and just kind of wrap your beads around the cinnamon sticks, you know, as an offering to her on her day. You know, Oshun's number is 5. You can take 5 cinnamon sticks. I think I said 3. Did I say your number? I don't know. But 3 is for Eshu. April says, wow, that day was so meant for you to manifest and help them. That's powerful. Yes, it was. Positive says, I want to stay on, but I know my guys want me to get wet, so I gotta go feed them and stay on the routine. I'll be leaving soon. Yeah, that's fine. You definitely want to always put your guides first. How how you do your ancestry money? Okay, I think I just answered that when I was telling y'all what I do. Orion said, I have been working with Sri Master Ghana Grills, and he says the gods will accept it. Yeah, I mean, they work with whatever you give them. Whatever it is that you have. Because a lot of times when you're working with these energies, you don't have a lot. That's why a lot of people are working with different spiritual energies, because they're trying to get some things. Okay? I need to get that book, Kyla says. Yes, a really good book, The Power of the Subconscious Mind. And y'all know I always talk about subconscious mind, because that's where your programming comes in, like with commercials and symbolisms and colors that big companies use for their logos and stuff like that. That all appeals to your subconscious mind. So like how they talk about, oh, they paint the golden arches a certain color because it makes you hungry. They do this because it makes you buy that. They shape the Corvette like a female sexy high heel shoe, whatever, because it makes men feel a certain way, or it draws women in a certain way. It's like everything is based on symbolism, and the symbols speak to your subconscious mind. That's what they do. So basically, as you're doing things, you want to always appease your subconscious. You know, especially when you're doing spiritual work. It's all about the subconscious mind. Colin said, I would probably be sick if Spirit told me to burn money, but I would do it. That's coming from someone who doesn't have a lot of it yet. Yeah, and that's the thing, you know, when it comes to a sacrifice, that's what a sacrifice means, is giving up something that you don't want to give up. Y'all remember in the Old Testament about people had to give up their children. They had to go out there and kill their flesh and blood that they have birthed. That is the greatest sacrifice. But think about it. You have to give something in order to get something. Even if you only have a little bit, you have to willingly say, okay, I trust you with blind faith, and I know that once I do this, this is going to happen. And it does. It has never failed me. But again, I'm very humble when it comes to working with spirit, and I trust them. So when they tell me to jump, I don't even say how high. I just get to jumping. And I'm like, okay. I don't even say, you want me to stop? Have I jumped enough? I just keep jumping and keep jumping and keep jumping, because I know what spirit is capable of doing. I mean, without a shadow of a doubt, it does feel really weird burning money, because you're used to not just necessarily energetic exchange when you're working money. You're used to a physical exchange. I'm used to taking money out of my pocket, we all are, and taking it somewhere, and in return for the money leaving my hands, I'm going to have something to show for it. So that's why I advocate for the ancestor money, to answer your question, Orion, because it's a lot bit more palatable than taking money that you know you can go and buy some groceries, some gas, some clothes, you know, pay a bill or two or whatever with, you know, and just, you know, putting it out in the ethers. So, you know, try the ancestor money. Monica says, I love your money. Yeah, this is just one of them that I use. I have the one that has like the I can't think of his name right now, but he's of Asian descent, Then I have the money that looks like American money. And then I carry in my wallet. Now, like I told y'all, I ain't got no money for y'all to be coming over here to get, those of y'all who, you know, trolls and stuff. But I carry money from different countries, small denominations. If you took it to an exchange, you would probably get in American dollars very little. So it wouldn't be worth your while to come over here and get a bullet up your ass for some Jamaican money that ain't worth nothing. So don't come over here, trolls, okay? Kylie said, I like that message. Okay, Kylie said, Papa ain't about to let nobody run over go up there. Child, I've seen what Papa can do. And I wouldn't want that smoke. I'm not saying it is no bluff. I'm just telling people right now. Spirit don't go showing me all these things for nothing. And they really do not. They don't show me all these things for nothing. June said, my life path is 5. Okay. That's definitely, remember I kept telling you had that ocean energy? And when I'm saying a person has that energy, it doesn't necessarily mean that's their Orisha or that's the Orisha, that if they were initiating a tradition, that another, you know, like if I initiate someone that is Oya, I give birth to their Oya from my Oya. I'm not saying that a person that has Oshun is going to give birth to your Oshun because you are her daughter, Omo Oshun, a child of Oshun. What I'm saying is you have her energy. For example, my mother has strong Oshun energy, but I'm Oya. You know, my child has Obatala energy. But everybody has a certain energy, and when you take advantage of that, unless you want to spend a few $100s to find out what your Orisha crown is and then get initiated and spend a few thousand, but you just work with whatever energy is around you. And I strongly have been feeling Oshun for you, June. And you'll know if that energy, if Oshun doesn't like you, she'll show you. Trust and believe. Benita said, yes, that's what I'm working on. Repetition helps the sub. Yes. Orion said the Jade Emperor. I think Orion is dropping gems. Maybe that's a book. Chrissy V said tickle. Positive said roger that. Orion, thank you. I appreciate you helping me. Most definitely. That is the job. That's my job. Chrissy said pew pew pew. Yes, and Benita said very interesting. Okay, June said I got about the lot. I'm really calm. Benita, I'm gonna find out. I know it's expensive. Yeah. What my advice is to everybody is don't rush the process. Just work with. I'm glad you're appreciative, Benita. Just work with the energies as they present themselves to you. There are specific times in your life, even for me, on the path. There's specific times in my life where I cannot call on my mother, Oya, because things will take some very crazy turns. She's very powerful, fierce, and strong. Now, a lot of people are children of Oya. A lot of people don't even know who Oya is. They've heard of Yemoya and Oshun. You know. But there are times in my life when I have to work with Obatala, when I have to work with, you know, other energies. Y'all know how I'm about Papa. I always rock with Papa. Very protective energy. But yeah, so there are times in your life, depending on what's going on, where you're going to work with different energies for different reasons, okay? Thank you, Pinky. Monica says, I saw a Guadalupe candle today and I did not get it. Yes, I don't know what the thing is with Our Lady Guadalupe. She's beautiful. Her energy is very beautiful. Her candles are typically pink, which I love pink candles. She has a very nice scented candle most of the times as well. She's one of the only deities that has a scented candle. But she doesn't do anything for me other than jump off the altar. So yeah, so I definitely wouldn't advise. I think it might be a cultural thing. Pinky Lee says down there, yes, and Monica says Papa Legba. Benita says I'm completely blocked. Oh wow, Benita, not completely blocked. And I'm gonna show y'all another little thing too. I just thought about it. When you are oh, that's not it. When it comes to like seals and things, you can find these in the botanicals. They're very inexpensive. These are typically like at the counter for a couple of dollars. Carry these in your wallets, okay? Carry these. This is the 7 African powers, but this is like the Santeria version of them. A lot of the botanicas and stuff like that have a lot of stuff in Spanish. Um, they may have a Yoruba section, but a lot of the books and things like that are in Spanish, you know, historically based on my experiences. But carry your angel cards. I carry so much stuff with me, y'all. And some of these things are, I feel like they're hundreds of years old. They're not that old. They might be 10 years old, 15 years old. That's in one pouch. Let's see. Um, yeah, I think I took the other ones out of my wallet because I rarely carry a wallet anymore. I already showed y'all my little money seal that's in there. It's very old. But you put this in your wallet. I put it in here with the coins that I have left. I have some money vouchers from the casino, which I don't know why. But like I said, I like foreign money. So all the countries that I've ever gone to, I don't know if I've showed y'all these before. I really like the Haiti one because it has a black man on there. And the Jamaican one does too. Yeah. So, like I said, y'all. Oh, and the Dominican too. Like I said, y'all, don't be trying to come over here and get my little money. Oh, this is one of the ancestors. Remember I was telling you I had some ancestor money with an Asian man on it? I really, really, really like these. I don't know if in the afterlife or the spirit realm, the person who sits over money is of Asian descent, but they work really good. I burn them for clients. I thought I had some more angel cards in here. I think they're in my other purse when I changed purses. But I carry these. I carry the angel ones, the 7 African powers, 21 divisions, all of the African tradition systems. I'm surprised this is all I have with me. I need to level up. Because when I'm... Yeah, that's crazy. I only got one with me. Okay, do I have any in here? No. Okay. Yep, I need to level up because I normally have all kind of, wow, that's the only one I got in here. It's in my other purse. But anyway, carrying things like that on you. Monica said, are you answering questions? Yeah, if you have a question, I can answer. Orion said, I thought I was a child of Emma for the longest, and I'm a Cancer. It really doesn't matter what the zodiac is, but you know, you could very well be, and it just depends. The only way to truly know is to get a head reading. But what I will say is, if you gravitate towards Emma, you like her energy, I would advise you to honor her and, you know, appease her. Because even if she is not your crown Orisha, she can still do things for you in her power. And June said, okay, Bonita has seen them. And June says her granny had something like that. Yeah, I'm telling y'all. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I do have on some biking shorts, so when I keep moving around, if y'all don't see nothing on my legs, I'm not sitting here naked. You welcome, Bonita. Yeah, those little cards are so freaking powerful, and you can, like I said, you can print these things off. If you don't feel like, if you know, not, if you don't have a lot of frivolous money that you can't do these things, print off pictures of angels and different energies, and just, you know, they just printed that and laminated it, you know. But carrying these things on you, like y'all saw the little paper I had in my wallet, that thing's so old, and tangled up. Bonita said, I stopped, I'm going to start again. I was carrying herbs, all good luck. Yeah, you have to. I have herbs in there. I have my Hajan. That's one of my favorite herbs. And then I have a few of them right here. My lucky roots, that I took out of my purse when I was cleaning. I don't feel like reaching over there, but it's a couple of them over there. But hi, John. You always want to have some John on you. I will take care of you, a piece of high John on you everywhere you go. And if you're a lady and carry a handbag, just put it in your purse. You could put it in a little cloth, you know. Y'all know what my prosperity bags look like, because most of y'all have them. But I, you know, keep these on me. I got John in here, all kind of herbs. And just carry it, you know, keep it in your purse. Bonita says, beautiful. Yeah, I just keep it in my purse. Kinky Lee, drop knowledge. Our ancestors used bay leaves. Yes, oh, the power of bay leaves. And the affordability of bay leaves. They're very inexpensive. And you can take you some bay leaves, and you can literally just write on it. You know, well, just write what you want on there, burn it, and or carry it on you, or do both, you know, especially for that money. Krista said he's the ruler. He is the ruler or money leader. I figured he was, Christy, because I said it's got to be something, because when I burn that money, I get this like purple glow. And from what I'm looking at, it appears to be the same material, the same paper as the other ancestor money, but it's something about that money, that purple glow, and he just, like, you could feel the energy. And I haven't read it anywhere, nobody told me, but I said, you know what, I feel like he sits over money. Like, he's like I tell y'all, in tarot you have 4 kings, and then you have the emperor. You have 4 queens, and you have the empress. I look at him like the emperor. Now, I do like the black man money that I have now, because I feel like I want to tap into that Mansa Musa energy. But I do feel like that Asian money leader is not here to play games. Like, I feel like he has so much gold and emeralds and rubies and so much money that on the other side, that, you know, if I can burn it and my ancestors can just get, you know, enough to do what they need to do, just so that we can have an energetic exchange, then that's enough for me. Anita said, oh wow, just print them out, we'll do that. Thank you for the info. Yeah, just print them out, girl. I mean, if you don't have the money, then you know, you gotta meet, spirit will meet you where you are. And that is a fact. You know, a lot of, you know, think about voodoo, which is like a branch of Ifa. They use cornmeal and things like that to, you know, make the shape of the veves, which is used energetically to dial into the frequencies of the Luau, to call them down. Cornmeal, you know, like, that's not gonna set you back. You know, you can get a big, tall, nice burlap bag of cornmeal for less than $5, you know. And not to mention the fact that you can use shea butter as an offering, cocoa butter as an offering, palm oil, things that a lot of us already have. That is an offering to the gods that could save your life, that can give you money, that can, you know, protect you and things like some shea butter, man. You know, I got a thing of shea butter this big. Like, that's what you want is shea butter. Okay, my wonderful God, who is almighty, who is protecting me. What can I do for you? My doctor, I would like some shea butter. Okay, let's make that happen. Shea butter it is. Like, let me spend $10 and get you a big bucket, you know? And I'm just making light and, you know, being silly about it, but it is really that simple. Like, the thing, I've never seen an old dude say, okay, we're going to need that pinky finger and your baby toe. They be like, we want some shea butter, we want some cocoa butter, we want some palm oil. And I'd be like, dang. And then they may say, like, some pomegranates, some bananas, some red snapper. Okay, let me go to the grocery store right now because you're not really asking for a whole lot. Orion said, I found out who my crown of wish is, and it actually makes sense too. I chose the name. Wasn't born Orion. Yeah, it makes sense. All these things are always synchronistic. Spirit will tell you all kind of information. What I do as a channeler, as a medium, as an oracle, is confirm things. I had my client I was reading for today said, you just told me everything that I needed to know for confirmation. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that's what the reading should be, you know, about. There is a lot of insight that you may not be aware of that I'm privy to, but most of it, the reading, I would say at least 70%, 80% of a reading is confirmation. Yep, June said that's like St. John's wort. Yep, St. John's wort. I put that in my happy jar. St. John's wort is very good for anxiety, depression, stress, and different things like that. Kyla said I added babies to my wallet. I wrote a money still on it. Yes, I love it, Kyla. Kyla, you need a little small, tiny piece of pyrite too. It shouldn't be that expensive. But get you some pyrite, which they also call fool's gold. And get you some pyrite. And put that in your wallet as well. And Christy said, yes, the glow from the flames signals that the ancestors have received the money. Okay, see, I did not know that. Thank you. Because I was just like, woo, like I was just mesmerized whenever I would burn that money. Which at this particular point, I haven't been burning that particular money anymore. I just keep it on the ancestor altar. I've been burning the money that looks like United States dollars and the Mansa Musa money. So thank you for that. Pinky said she's sorry she timed out. Okay. Oh, okay. I was wondering why her comments got deleted. Pinky be on it, y'all. Trisha says, I got some of that Asian money. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And Trill said, when I burn this money, I get a green, purple glow. Yep. It's so beautiful. It's like, it's just fascinating to me to just watch. Trisha said, do you write on your ancestors' money? I just burn it and let it blow it away. I have written on there before. And what I typically write is things like, you know, thank you, gratitude, grateful, and stuff like that. Yes, I order mine, waiting for it to come in. Okay, good. And I did post, I don't know, did I post it in the community section? A picture of some checks. If I didn't, I will. Some checks that you can write to yourself. I have one, y'all. I don't know. Oh, it's in our safe. And I think I told y'all this before. I wrote a $140,000 check to myself for the house that I wanted. And I ended up getting it, of course, but I still have it. And this was from a book that I had gotten from the bookstore, Phoenix and Dragon, that I told y'all was next door to my apartment. And it was just from the Universal Bank, given to me by angels. I'm looking around because I got all of my crafts out. And it's the pinky. I did get me some craft cards, but I still got stuff everywhere. Um, yes. I sure will. I used to carry this to train in my purse for switching out lately. I've been carrying protection crystals lately. Yes, pyrite is good. Kyla, those little, what is it called? A bun? Not a bonsai. It's a money tree. Those kind of little things right there work really good. Um, like Pinky said, bay leaves. Um, cinnamon, believe it or not, is really good for money. Um, oops, excuse me, y'all. Oh, what else do I have so much. I have all of my herbs labeled for the uses now because I swear I be having so much stuff. Agrimony, and if you have blockages around money, you also want to do some unhexing, okay, to remove the negative ties. Like I said, agrimony, hydron, the conqueror, pyrite, bay leaves. I'm forgetting some stuff, but y'all know how I get this time of the night. And if you're working with a spirit, let's say for example, you say, Papa Legba, please open the gate for me so I can get this money, Papa. I'm out here hurting. I need some money, real bad. I'm in a real bad way. I don't have any money. I don't have anything. And I need some money. I got this and that. Papa, once you get these gates open, get these wheels turning for me in my direction and send money my way, I will give you ... whatever you're able to give or capable of giving in exchange. And in the meantime, I'm going to carry these roots for you. I'm going to burn these ancestor monies. I'm going to burn these bay leaves for you so that you can get this signal, get this message, and get it over into the spirit realm for me and let it reach where it needs to go. And as a part of my agreement to you, I'm going to offer you a nice cigar right now. So I'm going to smoke a cigar with you. You like the cigar, you blow the cigar, you take, some rum or whatever you can afford, pour some out for him to invigorate him, to invoke him, to conjure him, to get his energy stimulated, and to give his energy power, because you have to give them power so they can do things for you. That's one of the points in the ancestor money, putting the ancestor money out for your ancestors so that they can have energy to reach back and give you money and give you things. And then you can take some of that money, go back to the store, buy them some food, buy them some offerings, buy them some more ancestor money, and feed them. And then they're going to say, okay, now we got a lot of energy. We can feed you even more. So you're going to go from manifesting $5 to $10 to now you buying scratch offs, you're getting $500, $1,000. You're getting random checks in the mail. You start your own business. Every time you touch something, it sells. Boom, 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 boom. It's like a boomerang effect. Back. So that's what you want to do. But needless that I never try asking for money. You a good one, honey. They know my little name down here. And that ain't even from recently, but like back in the day when I would do money work, I think I was doing money work just because I was buying stuff, you can make yourself some money, or get your put your little piece of pyrite, some olive oil, some bay leaves, and some other little money stuff. Let me look through my books and I'll drop some money herbs for y'all. Sprinkle you some little cinnamon, put you some little glitter in there and stuff, make it look real shiny and pretty. and spicy, and get that money energy going, and just, you know, put a little bit on your wrist, on your forehead, and boom. And put a little bit on your money that's in your wallet, you know what I'm saying? Keep you one, I would advise everybody, keep you one note of money that you can bless yourself. And by bless it, put your herbs on it, write on it, you know, do whatever. Now, if shit hit the fan and you got to spend that money, go on and spend that blessed money. But to have it as a money magnet, I love that I have a $20 bill that I've had for eons that it has been blessed. It's my money magnet. Okay, she got the ancestor check on her wallet too. Okay, good. There you go, Kyla. I mean, it's coming. Let's see. Where do I have? Yeah, I got some cards here. Kyla, what's going on with the money? Let's see what we got. I got to see what's going on, Kai. Uh-oh. I had a card that just folded up in my hand, the Empress. Okay. Show me 3 cards, Holy Angels, Spirits, Ancestors, and Guides of Kyla Johnson. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, it's coming in. You have Justice coming in, so that's a good card. Messages are going to be coming in. You're going to have different things coming in. You have Justice, and then you have 2 different things. That's so interesting. I said that to you before. I feel like you're going to have, this is somebody juggling something, so you might end up having 2 streams of income. So that's good to see. That's very, very, very good to see. So hopefully that comes on in for you sooner rather than later, because I feel you leaning heavily towards this and trying very hard to manifest it. Okay. Yeah, something that you're supposed to have, you don't have for whatever reason. It's something blocking it. Oh, interesting. With the Thief card, and we got the says foe right here. So, you know, to me, that's some energy that's blocking. Clean your home. Yes, do spiritual cleaning in your home. Look at this. Look at that house, that room in the house, and that priest. You need to bless your home, bless your money. Remember, I just said carry some blessed money, and then your oh shoot, it's gonna come in. I had to pull both of them because you had fortune and gift, so it's gonna come in. It's just blocked right now, but it's going to come in. Okay, it's gonna have a fiery energy around it when it comes in. Okay. I need to make a money jar. I bought a bunch of cinnamon sticks still in the pack. Take that cinnamon out, that pipe. Pinky said, what you got? What? I don't know what I missed. Yeah, take that cinnamon. Okay, yeah, sprinkle cinnamon and sugar at your front door to always have money. That's the other thing, Pinky. Thank you, Pinky. I was like, I'm missing something. I can't think. Sugar. Yeah, that's it. So you want your money you want it to be honey. You want it sweet. This is with love and with money. Another thing I put in my money jar, Kyla, I put peppermints in there. I'm so glad Pinky said that. I'm having a huge brain fart. I put peppermints in there, and I get the little candy sprinkles, and I put those in there as well. A lot of spirits like candy. I must have 10, what Beyonce said, 50, 11 spirits around me, because I'm a candy. Y'all see, I just ate a Mentos. Won't eat no food, but I'll eat some candy. I grew up eating so much candy. I'm surprised I still have teeth. Barely, because I've had a lot of my teeth pulled from cavities, okay? I always remember that. Spirits love sugar, and they love liquor. Chrissy said, sprinkle cinnamon in my water along with a bay leaf and citrine. Yes, 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 yes. Just line it up. Just get that energy flowing. Get it going. Like Pinky said, that sugar and that cinnamon at your door. Um, I do cinnamon and sugar for Oshun, honey and stuff like that on my Oshun deck. But y'all, I'm telling y'all, love and money has to have honey, has to have cinnamon, and like Pinky said, sugar. And I'm talking about, just go on and fill most of your job with sugar, Kyla. Just fill most of it up with cinnamon and sugar. Get the sticks out. What was that? Bonita said basil. I'm gonna try basil. Okay. You're welcome, Kyla. Yes, the cinnamon and the glitter. You want to put glitter. I put glitter in everything I make for spirits because they love shimmery stuff. They love glitter. And my little sprinkles in my jars look like this. That's sugar sprinkles. But if you notice when you're working with fairies, everything is always sparkling, shimmery, and just really pretty. This makes spirits want to come to it. It shines in the spirit realm. Yep, nutmeg, rosemary, everything that you find in your kitchen. And I think I said it in one video. Everything that you buy for Thanksgiving, sage, nutmegs, cloves, and things that most people don't use on a regular basis. That's the stuff that you want to put in there. Kyle said, but you know what? I feel my money blockages from my past life. You kind of touched on that in the last life. I do. I feel like it is as well. That's what I feel like the blockage is as well. Yeah, I definitely do. Yeah, we definitely got to do past life whenever spirit allows. Because for some reason, there's always some energy blocking that past life slash soul contract. The soul contract is very powerful energy. Not a lot of people figure it out, and there's not a lot of wiggle room. You have to go through the lessons in there. What I like to look at is see, how much do you have left, and then is there anything you can do? It's not necessarily like a shortcut, but it's like just clearing up karmic debt, if that makes sense. So I don't know, y'all. It's so spirit don't want me to share that with y'all though. So I have to go with what spirit say. I don't have a choice. If it was up to me, I'll be doing one right now, but spirit be like, and they they shut that thing down every time. Positive said, I'm gonna believe it's coming in for me too. Yeah, it is. Once you get lined up with the frequency of money, this is one thing I want y'all to also know. Don't be scared of your money. You can't be scared of your money. Y'all ever notice those people? And I'm not saying go out and gamble because I'm not a gambler. And I would cry tears in the casino. They would just go and give me my money back and get me up out of there if I lost anything over $50. But you see those people at the poker tables and they be spending betting 20, 30, $40,000 a hand. They're not afraid, or at least they don't appear to be. I don't know what their real emotions are. But they're not afraid to put their money up because they know it goes up, down. Sometimes you might lose 20,000 a night. You might hit 100, K the next night. Now, I'm not about that life. I don't know nothing about that. I can't give y'all no advice in those kind of arenas. But I do know that you have to spend money to get money. I remember when I was running a clinic, working in HR, and my CEO had given me a budget to hire a clinical director. I found someone who was from Florida. She was very witty, young. She had all her credentials. And he only gave me a certain salary. The salary she asked for was, I think she wanted 50, and my budget was 45. And he was like, oh no, you can keep looking. I was like, no, I'm not gonna keep looking. I was like, we're gonna talk about this. She deserves this salary. I said, listen, let me put a proposal together for you. I said, if we hire her, if I sign her 5 clients, so she's not just the clinical director, but she's also providing therapeutic services to 5 clients. She can bill Medicaid for the services that she is, giving the clients. And that way, her just having 5 clients, we can assign her, a little bit more than that in the beginning. I said, but just giving her 5 clients and she bills and does this, blah, 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 she can bring in the bulk of her salary because we're making $70,000 a week. I was like, come on now, like, work with me. And so he was like, all right, I'm going to trust you. You ain't let me down yet. Yada, yada, yada. I have faith in you. I'm like, I know you do. When I started working here, you weren't getting $70,000 a week, $65,000 a week. You were getting $17,000 a week. Now you making some money and you trying to, you know what I'm saying? Don't do that. You got to go ahead and loosen that grip. And when we did that, those numbers soared. He had never seen that kind of money. I had never seen that kind of money. And it was just going through the roof to the point where we all were making money. And I'm like, that's how you have to do it. You have to be willing to take a risk or a gamble, I will say this, a safe risk. There is a such thing as a safe gamble. You know what I'm saying? So Trisha said her money is blocked. Trisha be hitting them numbers, y'all. Sometimes too. Okay. But you gotta play to win, and that's my thing. I don't put my money out there. I manifest money and all this, like, that's my thing. But when it comes to, lotteries and gambling machines and stuff like that, I just can't get with it. I may play a lottery once a year. I might win a couple of dollars or a free ticket, and after that, I'd be like, okay, I'm gooch. You know what I'm saying? Yes, peppermint. That's definitely so. That is one of the things that Papa loves. Y'all, he loves peppermint, lifesavers, wintergreen gum, really sugary things. Okay. Chrissy said, "Baby, I'm gonna have a sugar and cinnamon mound on my floor." Yes, and shoot. Speaking of that, one time when I first bought my house, y'all. I swear to y'all, I went in the backyard and I had so much sugar and cinnamon, glitter, I was sprinkling stuff everywhere, 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 everywhere. And I was like, shh. You know what I'm saying? When you're trying to reel it in, you got to do what you got to do. Yeah, Bonita said, so true, spend to get. Y'all so silly talking about wow. Monica says, I want to go to the casino so bad. I be want to go too, but I'm El Chico in the casino. I be like, let me go watch somebody win. I'll be like, ooh. Now, I'm not going to lie. When we were on a cruise ship one time, I was playing some little thing in the casino there, and I was winning so much money. I had all kind of people around me and stuff. I was getting nervous, and my heart was racing. I was breaking out into a sweat. I was so nervous, but I won a whole bunch. It was real fun. Monica says, I can't see myself wasting money unless I can see it. I know that's right. But the thing about the casino, there are some spirits in there that are trickster spirits. So they make you feel like, oh, I'm going to win. And you be like, oh, I didn't win? Okay, shoot. Well, this dollar, I'm going to win. This $20, I'm going to win. This $50, I'm going to win. This $100, I'm going to win. Okay, let me go to the ATM, see. That's not my type of... Whoa, no. I don't mind dropping no money on some luxury items that when I'm done enjoying them, I can sell them and get my money back. And honestly, these days, because a lot of factories are not producing luxury items. A lot of them, we're getting, those of us who have invested in them in the past are getting more money back selling them now than we paid for them. So I can do something like that. That's what I call a safe gamble. But baby, just giving the casino $1,000 and coming home empty-handed, like I said, they will give me my money back on the strength that I would cut up so bad. I'm telling y'all, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Now that I can't do. That I have not. I've not achieved that type of energy at all. Period. Connor says I've also given issue starbursts to the red ones. Okay. I can see Papa liking Starburst. And the way that I approach Papa, y'all really approach Papa like Papa is Papa, you know. I approach Papa like he's Papa, and I allow him to be very protective over me. I allow him to lead me, and I allow him to set the tone, you know. Papa will let you know what he wants. And like Connor says, those red starbursts, because he loves red. You know what I'm saying? So it makes sense. It makes complete sense that that will be one of his things. I'm just looking at all the stuff I got out here, y'all. I need to take this stuff and put it somewhere. But I'm sitting here looking at it. That's how I feel like when I'm unorganized. I be like, okay, like I need something to magically just come and put all this stuff up. So I bought this book, y'all. I don't think, but it's really watered down. I can't reach it. Anyway, it was at the bookstore, and I was gonna tell y'all the name of it. I can't reach it. Anyway, let's see what else y'all saying. I got some straw from the bank today. No dirt, because it was in the day. Haha, you mentioned that word. Girl, don't let them folk up there cashing in them coins and stuff make you feel like you scared. Girl, I be getting me some dirt right up in front of everybody. I sure do. I had me a little Ziploc bag. I had me a little spoon. And it's been a very long time. But I used to go, and I would go to big banks. I don't mean no harm, but mom and pop banks were not rocking on the frequency that I wanted to rock on. So I had specifics. I think I mentioned it before. Bank of America. I like things, you know, banks like Navy Federal and stuff like that as well. But get you some dirt. If you gotta play it off, you better act like you dropped your phone or something. But yeah, the straw should be fine, but it ain't nothing like that dirt though. Think about the soil and dirt. You know, they have the ability to create things. All life comes from, you know, plant life and things that energize us come from seeds that are planted in soil and dirt. Even, you know, us, we're planted in a womb that's very dark, you know. So you just have to get you some soil and some dirt. That's why they're so powerful. Get you some bank dirt. Shoot, don't be letting them folks, if somebody look at me like, and what? I'm trying to go home and make me a money pot. Shoot, you better get that dirt. The fun size chocolate, Connor said. Okay. So Connor giving us some hints. Yeah, and I'm gonna tell y'all what I put in my jar. I put 3. I get the chocolate that doesn't really melt because it, like, I don't be wanting my jar to have, you know, stuff that can mold in there. I forgot what it's called, but it's like a waxy kind of chocolate. I think it's the chocolate that they make. Oh shit, is that a spider? I think it's the chocolate that they make. Like it, I get it from Michael's. I think it's what they melt, and they look like chocolate dots like this. I think it's what they melt to make those really nice looking cupcakes and candies and stuff. But there, I put 3 round ones in there. But the fun size chocolate would also be nice because Papa does like chocolate. June said my granny would watch people And when they would get up, she would go and win on that machine. That makes sense, June, because they probably been feeding it so much energy, and then you know she just coming and collecting that blessing. I don't blame her. Shoot, that's how they. That's how they. That's what they say. You gotta. The machine has to be warmed up or something. Anita says, so I can get some bank dirt and make a money jar? Yes, you missed the live where I was talking about that. Oh, yes, honey. That is insider trading. Those of us hoodoo conjure women, we work with dirt. And I'm sorry, y'all, I'm smacking. We work with dirt. You can go get you some graveyard dirt. You can get you some bank dirt. And if you want a house, and you can go to the house you want and get you some dirt. And one time I did some healing work. And this was after Miss Victoria thought I was going to give her some more money. And she said I had a lot of darkness around me from my childhood, and I did. I went to my grandmama's house. I went to my great-grandmama's house. I went to my other grandmama's house. Who else house I went to? I went to the house that I lived in with my mom when I moved in with her. Because I was living in Atlanta, but I was still going home all the time. And I went to everybody's house, and I got some dirt from here, dirt from there. I went and got me some graveyard dirt from my great-granny's graveyard. I went everywhere. And I'm sorry, I'm smacking y'all. I went and got me some dirt from everybody's house, from everybody's grave site. I said, I'm going to heal my own self. If you think I'm finna give you $2,000, $3,000, maybe I'm finna heal myself. When I got that dirt, and I did what I needed to do, and it was on and popping from there. Yeah, but Anita Papa is where you start. You never do anything without him. Carla said, I love when the Memphis come out. I'm telling y'all. I'm sorry. Y'all know the Memphis will come out. I don't have a choice. I mean, how can it not? Y'all know this remind me of? My great granny used to dip snuff. I don't think I ever told y'all that. But she used to have these damn spit cups all over the house, and I was goofy as ever when I was young. Couldn't hardly see. I had big old bifocals. And I got LASIK surgery at the beginning of this year, y'all. I just thought 2020 was going to be this fabulous year. And it is. We still living, right? But it was chaotic. Boy. Boy. But I went and got me some LASIK surgery. And I just thought this year I was going to be out living my best life. But I had bifocals when I was young. I was so goofy. I was a nerd. I was always reading something. I had braces in high school. Like, I was a nerd. And I was so goofy and clumsy. And I would just, every time I turn around, I'm knocking over the spit cup. My granny dipped snuff, so it would be spit, literally, from snuff. So she would take the spit cup would be like an old jar, like, or a old can. Like if she took a can of beans, she'd tear the label off, take the lid off, and she would in there. So it would be spit and tobacco. And I would manage to bump into this dang on spit cup every chance I got. Yeah, Junestown with Capital One. Yes, go with Capital. Carla says, I've played it in my mind how I will get the dirt. I'm going to have my kids get it. Yeah, that's what you do. I'm telling y'all, you have to. You have to get that dirt. Google's nearest Bank of America. I'm telling you right now. Hey, Muffin. Christy said, for you, Memphis on state line. Yes, I'm telling you. I was like, look at him, look at him. Yeah, Memphis be in my back pocket because, and it's so funny, when I lived in Memphis growing up, people would always say, "Where are you from?" Because people thought that I was from somewhere else. A lot of people would always say they thought I was from Cali. And even when my wife met me, she had lived in California for like 10 years. She was like, "You have California energy. I got to get you out west." Because I've never been to California. She was like, "I got to get you out west. You would love it. You would fit right in." And she's like, "But when that Memphis come out of you," I'm like, "Well, what you expect is in there. It's who I am." Pinky said my uncle was a millionaire. Every time he went to the casino, he would win 5, 10, 20,000 and more. Exactly, because the energy of money was around him, and it was just, he was attracting more and more. That's how money works. Either you just down him or you attracting it, and it just, like, literally when I had my own business, y'all, I had a boutique, and I had clients that would buy in bulk. I would literally, my wife witnessed it. I would be at the house and I would say, I'm thinking about, like, I would have a whole rack of whatever. And then I would have like the boxes behind it. And I'll be like, I'm thinking about just discounting this because they've been sitting too long. And so I get to touching and looking at it and stuff like that. Next day, somebody be like, how many of these do you have? They'll send me a picture and I'll be like, I got 20. And they'll be like, okay, I want all of them. And I was like, damn, I got the Midas touch around here or what? But what it was I was putting my focus and my energy in that particular product. And that's what happens. You do. If you go in a store, somebody own a store, you'll see them in there and they just kind of straightening up and moving things and shuffling. Even if you work in retail before, they always have you doing floor sets. They always have you switching the energy up in the store so that it can flow a certain way. They have mastered the art of doing it. You'll never have a job in retail and you just see people stagnant, just standing around. They're always rearranging the store. When I worked in retail management, I managed my own store. I was an assistant manager for 2 months, and then they gave me my own store. And I saw that every month we got a new floor set. They wanted us to rearrange it and do this and do that. You have to do that to keep that energy flowing, to keep it moving. Right, Kyla. Chrissy sit right there on that state line. What was that? Oh, I'm like, what was that? Anita said, oh, okay, I'm sorry, I missed it. I must have got graveyard dirt for what? But Nita probably said, wait a minute. First of all, I need a lamb. Now I need some graveyard dirt. What the hell is really going on? um, graveyard dirt. Graveyard dirt is a sorcery tool. It's used for protection. It's used for, if you have enemies. It's used for hex removal and things like that. If you have ancestors who liked you and who loved you and protected you, can use their dirt. It's just powerful because their energy is in it. It's like the essence of that individual, and you can summon them easily through that. Bonita, I know you said, look, now, honey, you just doing too much tonight. If you think, excuse me, if you think I'm gonna go up in a graveyard and get some dirt and bring it home with me, spend the night in the cemetery, sacrificing lambs and walking up in the graveyard, yeah, no, thank you. Orion said, that's what I be saying. I can help myself or do bad all by myself. Correct. Correct. Right. Orion said, man, 2020 is like a big karmic year of bringing up bad debt for healing when I tell so much people. Has happened to a lot of people. Yes, so many things has happened. We've all been affected, whether we've lost a loved one, whether we've gotten sick, we've been anxious, we've been in the house. Things have just been so sketchy, Um, and it's so interesting. When I got my little LASIK surgery, it was in December, coming into the new year. It was the last week in 2019. And they were like, get your LASIK surgery so you can have 20/20 vision for 2020. And I feel like if 2020 is the year of perfect vision, then spiritually it's the year of us seeing things for what they really are, what they really truly are. A lot of us, let's see what the cards got to say about 2020. A lot of us have encountered our own mortality, you know, just kind of looking at, you know, what life would be like if we were to contract, you know, the contagion. You know, it's just one of those things that, yeah, a lot of emotional energy, in reverse. A lot of family, a lot of people have probably gotten closer to their families with this thing that's been going on. I feel like a lot of people have started their spiritual journeys as well. That's what I was telling y'all. Like things like this happen, and it causes you to look at life in a completely different manner. You know what I'm saying? It's a big test, you know. But the veil is thinning for the spirit world versus the physical realm that we live in. Things are shifting galactically, and so that is thinning the veil. You know what I'm saying? There's a great awakening that's going on. Positive said, haha, the more you kept talking, I was hearing a little bit of, oh, Tony, you're right. Okay. Yeah, y'all know I think I'm from Louisiana. I didn't ever tell y'all that I'm infatuated with Louisiana. I am so infatuated with Louisiana. So, Lippy says, I need that energy thinking. I always have just enough, but I'm trying to live on an abundant frequency. Yeah, that's it. That's the thing. I need to downsize. I have too much stuff. I've been doing too much shopping this year. Um, but yeah, so my wife and I did an abundance vision board. Before we moved, we did a whiteboard. When we moved here, we did an abundant vision board. Um, what did we say? Build wealth. Because we said we wanted to leave a legacy, so we wanted the universe to supply us with enough money um, to be able to give back to family members and people who didn't have enough money to do things. So that's where we are. So that's what we do. Excuse me. We took um, so on our bathroom mirror we have a check. Um, I think it's very motivating. Yeah. June said I was a manager at Rainbow. We did it weekly. Yes, you have to. There's no business that you work in where they're going to allow things to stay stagnant. Even if you go shopping all the time at Kroger or Publix or whatever you have, Wegmans, Giants, you name it, Food Lion, um, you're going to go in that store if you've been living in a certain spot for years and you know what out everything is on. But you're gonna always go in there and see a new set for whatever season they doing a floor set, for holidays, for whatever's going on in the world, like NFL games and stuff. They're going to bring in some new energy to draw in. I mean, it's almost like that frequency pulls you in. And sometimes they'll switch out the whole store. You just when you think you know the store, they'll switch it up. Okay, Chrissy said money giant ready. Bonita, I need something to change. My luck has been really bad. Christy, were you asking for the money jar ingredients? I'm going to. I don't know where my book of shadow is. It's in the living room. Yes, I do. I'm going to. I thought I did one for y'all. Bonita, if your luck is bad, you need to do. They have different candles you can burn to reverse your luck. You can use powders to sprinkle on them. The reason I like powders is because they've already put the herbs. Like a powder may have 7 herbs crushed down into it, you know? Um, so you don't have to go out and buy all different things. Benita says, oh, my family was adopted. And it's so interesting when I was telling you that I was going to say I don't know if she's able to get it because I don't know if she has ties to her family. I swear that was the energy that I was feeling. So I almost followed up with something different, but I'll follow up with that now. And say if you have someone that loved you, even if they're not of blood kin to you, you can ask for some of their dirt. I don't think it's safe when you're just getting your foot in the game or in the door with spirituality to go into random graveyards and ask for random dirt from random individuals because there are trickster energies. So if you're not able to access blood relatives, if there was someone who even in your adopted family is not a blood relation to you but loved you and cared for you nonetheless, you can use dirt from their grave. And if you can't get their dirt, you can get dirt from, like I said, the bank for money. You know what I mean? For protection, you can get military dirt. Like you can just pull up to a military installation. If you don't have a government ID, you can't get on the base, but you can still get the dirt in the front, you know, somewhere near the military installation. I'm telling y'all, I'm going to ask Harriet Tubman if it is okay for me to get some dirt. I'm going to. I will drive to Maryland tomorrow and get some dirt. And Maryland for me is only about a 30-minute drive. I'll get to Maryland because I'm like 20 minutes from where I live. I can get to the White House, DC, and everything. So you know, just keep driving and just cross over the water, the Potomac, and I will be in Maryland. And I will go if I ask Harriet tonight and she says yes. I will go to her residence tomorrow and I will give me some Harriet Tubman dirt. Think it's a game, y'all. Think it's a game. Yep, June said just ask for permission for if I want to get my granny's graveyard dirt. And honestly, I don't even think that's a question. Like, because spirits know what you're going to do with the energy. Yeah, the card here says conversation. So definitely talk to her about it. But I think spirit, yep, and she's going to send you a message. Spirit shows individuals things. Like before my dad passed away, when he was in hospice, he had told everybody in the hospice facility, my daughter's going to come get me and take me home. And I didn't know that he wanted to be cremated until my aunt told me. And she was like, I said, oh, that's what he means by taking him home. So my dad does live in the house with me. I do have his cremains. So spirits decide where they want to be. But I do feel like she wants you to get some dirt from her site, June. And that's your little altar with all your trinkets on it. I think this card comes up for you a lot. Look. There's somebody standing at somebody's grave site. Yep. I feel like your grandmother had energy like you were her very own. Bonita said I'm funny. So when I set up the altar for Papa Legba, I want to do everything right. Candy, rum. He loves cigars. And when you start working with Papa, you'll randomly be at home. You'll be like, is somebody in my house smoking a cigar that I don't know? Yes, it's Papa. Cigars, um, rum, candy. And depending on which version of Papa, he likes toys. I feel like your version of Papa doesn't want toys though. He wants. Oh, I was gonna say he wants. That's so funny. I was gonna say he may want something like the rums and the cigars and things like that, but he may want a trinket versus a toy. And look what pops up. Look at that child, that baby. So you can get him a little toy. Okay, you can get him a little toy. Not necessarily a toy. I'm saying toy, but I mean a trinket. I don't know how to describe it. He loves keys. Okay. Um, yeah, he does want to bring hope into your house. Yeah, I really like the energy that I get when I work with Papa. Um, he's very laid back, very protective. His numbers are 3. His colors are red and black. Yes, keys. Like for whatever reason, he likes keys. Probably because he has that gatekeeper energy. So the keys can be symbolic to him opening the gates for you. Mhm. Yep. Print out a picture. Chrissy said yes. Ma'am, you stopped on the 3 chocolates. Yes. Right. So yes, the 3 chocolates. Okay. You did a money manifesting video. It's 2 parts. Yes, I did. So green glitter, gold glitter. Like I was saying, the gold sparkles. Pyrite. I'm gonna tell y'all another thing y'all can do. Get you some lodestones. I was telling y'all that in that money magnet video. Get you some lodestones, and you can get some magnetic sand, like this, some gold lodestone sand. Because what the lodestones do, you have 2 of them. One drives away blockages around money or whatever you're trying to manifest, love, protection. One drives away things and one brings in the good energy. Kind of like when I was telling y'all how I had this going on when I was meditating. I was clearing the energy in my body, and anything that was negative, I was, letting the stone absorb it, the tourmaline. So you get your 2 lodestones. They're small, they're tiny, and you get this. This was only, look at that price, $2.99. Get you some lodestone sand, and it's gold, and you feed it. Works wonders in the tradition. Also, this right here, dragon's blood, very powerful. I put all this in my dolls. I put lodestones. I put dragon's blood in it. All that's why all this stuff is right here. This is my doll stuff. Not this one. Tourmaline, I told y'all that before. Tourmaline, even in your money jar, because you want to make sure anything negative that's standing in the way of prosperity gets absorbed. Get your piece of pyrite, put it in there, but put your, okay, so when you're making your jar, you invoke Eshu, Papa Legba. You ask him to open the gate, to do whatever you need to do, for prosperity. You can use a bell, whatever you do. I just talk to him. You can take your jar, you can blow cigar smoke in there, you can pour some palo water in there or burn some palo and just kind of smoke out the jar. You can put your like I said, this right here has all my herbs inside for money, good fortune. You can put seals and stuff on the outside of it like this. This Elohim, this is for protection. This one right here, good fortune. This one right here has the seal of money, the same seal that's on your dollar bill. So you want to do all these things so that it can be like a magnet. And I did say before, you can even put a piece of magnet in it, but that's what the lodestone is. It's magnetic. Put some cowrie shells in here. Cowrie shells used to be used in exchange as a currency in the African, and a lot of cultures have used cowrie shells for money. What else? I don't have anything else in here, do I? Oh, excuse me, y'all. Ooh, excuse me. Put just some money in there. That's what I'm saying. To attract something, you have to put it in there to get more and more and more of it. Um, um, put you some ancestor money in there. You know what I'm saying? Put you some coins in there, especially now that they're rare. I specifically love pennies. I always put 3 pennies in any jar I make, whether it's for love, it's for protection, it's for money, um, yada yada yada. I'm sorry, y'all. I keep it's so uncomfortable because I'm on the floor literally. Um, yeah, I always put 3 pennies in. You know, the crazy thing now, I'm like, dang, when I'm doing work for clients, I'd be like, like one client I did some work for, I was like, I got your work ready. I just need you to put 3 pennies in there because I ain't trying to use all my little pennies up because it's hard to get them now, you know. And I take pennies to the graveyard to pay when I go in. Well, now I'm using dimes, but yeah, pennies have strong magnetic frequencies. Yeah, positive said previous videos. Trisha, sometimes you need a blessing bath to get the jinx off. Exactly. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. All right, Pinky. Love you all. Love you as well. Bonita says a power. Yes, Botanicals sell powders. I don't have any in here. Um, they sell oils. They sell powders. You can make them yourself, but if you don't, if you're kind of strapped for cash, you can get a powder, a small little powder, a small little. You should be able to find a Botanica in New York. Trisha said, send me some Harry dirt. I know that's right. Ryan says good night, Pinky. Kyla says June Granny probably wondering why she ain't came to get the dirt yet. Okay. You see what I'm saying? Like, what's up? Trisha said my mother was a money maker. She's trying to help me. Mm-hmm. And you want to go to your ancestors who had things that you want, you know, and then the ones who didn't have things, you appease them, you leave them offers. Don't really ask them for nothing. Like my dad, he didn't have, money. I don't ask him for money, but I give him a lot of money and a lot of things. But now when I say he shakes some for me, my daddy came to me in a dream. He was like, "Baby girl, I got something for you." And he met me at the ATM machine in a dream. I pulled up, he pulled up. So I know my dad wants to give me money, but I would not dare ask him for anything. I just, other than protection, of course. But I wouldn't dare ask my dad for money. But my dad always, because even before he died, he told me he wanted to leave me something. And he wanted me to get, a life insurance policy for him. So I know that was something he wanted to do for me. But I know for a fact that some of our ancestors don't have anything because we haven't been giving them anything. And then even when we start giving them things, think about it, we probably the only somebody in the family that's feeding them. Unlike other cultures where they feed their ancestors. Bonita said, my grandmother absolutely loved me, of course, but she's not buried alone. And you're right, they are tricksters, scary. Yes. And since I knew she would, she was about it. I love my granny so much. Yes, I love her energy when it comes through. Bonita says, I know who are my grandparents, but I didn't know them. So you want to channel their energy and ask them. Simply ask. Nothing wrong with asking. They're still family just like they were when they were alive. They have personality. They just don't have a body anymore. They'll say yes or no. They'll show you. You'll know if they give you permission. Yep, cigar and toys. April B said, you work with Harriet Tubman energy. I've always wondered how old she was when she passed. Being slaves, age was never really tracked. Yeah, me too. April B. When you read authentic slave narratives, they don't know how old they were. My wife's grandmother is 94 now, I think. But I think she's, I think that's not her real age, because she lives in Carolina, and she was telling us that when she was young, that, you know, when a Negro birth happened, that it was not recorded officially immediately. That there was a person that would come around to the colored neighborhoods, and that's what they referred to us as Negroes and colors back then, and they would only collect the information regarding live births and possibly deaths, I would assume as well, for our neighborhoods on a specific schedule. So they would not frequently do that. It wasn't kept up with. So the birthday that she had is when her information was officially recorded and documented, which is just freaking, like, I'm just always blown away by history. So Benita said a toy. Yeah, just a toy. Now get you a real cigar now. Now toys, you'll know what he wants because he'll show you. And like I said, they communicate. Y'all, I'm tired. That's why I keep moving. Okay, so let me wrap this up in a little bit. Benita said, oh my God, he's talking to you for me. I brought a key the other day, June said. I'm telling y'all, because I've been talking about Papa so much on here. And he's just that dude. I'm telling y'all got to get linked up with him. I'm trying to put y'all on game. I'm trying to put y'all on game. I'm telling y'all the trees. I was trying to say the key, the trick, the truth. I don't know. The trees. Connor says, Monday night I was meditating with the Legba, and his energy was incredibly peaceful. I haven't felt this calm in months. Y'all, look, I got these right here. I'll be rolling these. Let's see what number come up. Okay, so I wrote a number 1 and a 5. That's 6. Okay, so yes. Oh, I figured it was gonna be a 3 somewhere. That's his number. I was wondering if it was gonna come up. 15 was on top, but then that 3 was on the side. I just like doing little random stuff like that. 3. I figured it was gonna be. That's why I looked all around every side to see. So the reason that I like working with him is because he's legit. It's not like somebody that you have to feed and work with for a very long time. The very first time that you saw Miss Papa Legba, his energy presents itself. Period. It's just, it is what it is, you know. Benita said keys. Okay, right. The gate key. Yes. So what you want to do is you want to imagine him opening a gate. There's a gate in the spirit world. I don't know if y'all have heard gatekeepers or not. Would it be ghetto to lay down? Let me sit up. There are gatekeepers, and his energy is one of the gatekeeper energies. So the gatekeepers, take your messages to the spirit realm, to other energies, so they can do your bidding. Okay. So, but if the gates are not closed, if your roads are not open, then that's when you have blockages. But Ganesh, you know, if you're more into the Vedic, the Hindu, the Arabic, Indian cultures, you can use Ganesh. Same energy. If you are still going to the Christian route, then you can use Jesus. The Greeks had energies that are kind of similar to Eshu. Their energies are Hermes. I think I mentioned it before. Hermes has shoes like the clothing line where they have the little H on it, like the Birkin bag, the Hermes Birkin bag. Hermes was the god that wore the shoes, the little leather shoes that have the fire. They have wings on the shoes so he can travel fast to get your prayers where they need to go. And he has like little fire depicted coming from them. Anita said, I absolutely love dragon's blood. I make my own incense. So sounds like you need to be selling them because dragon's blood incense are not easy to find. You know what I'm saying? Positive says, I gotta go. Good night, everyone. Many blessings to you all. Thank you again, man, for the helpful info as always. You're welcome. Good night, love. How late are we talking? Okay, it's 11:30. I'm gonna end it in a minute. Bonita says, yeah, that's the one on the east side, botanical. What kind of powder? I mean, if you have blockages, then they have road openers, which is awesome. I would just excuse me. I would ask them what they recommend because they know their product. Wow, Bonita. Powerful experience. Yes. Memphis, yes. Oh, wow. Harriet was 90. Okay. Bonita said they didn't like my mom. Could the reason be, you said they didn't like your mom. Could the reason be that your mom maybe has some kind of supernatural energy? I'm just saying. Yeah, June, I'm going to wrap it up. Bonita says her grandparents were prejudiced. My mom is Hawaiian and black. They were Irish. Yeah, your mom has some supernatural energy, some Hawaiian energy. Alright, LOL, you tap into them energies and they make you tired. I want to ask if Ocean is good for going to Without Love. I'm her. You may also refer for long-lasting relationships. They both have very healing energy. Oshun's energy is definitely more fertility and more sexual, passion, fiery, lusty kind of. Yes, long-term love, you're going to look at Yemoya, you know, energy, definitely. Because it's going to be deeper. Because Yemoya is a deep water goddess. Or Orisha. And I'm saying goddess, but Orisha. You're welcome, Bonita. Orion said, lay down. Just watch how you lay. I know, right? I'm from California, so it's 8:31. Oh, okay. Yes, yes. So it's still relatively early. It's 11:30 here. Bonita says, I don't know who it is. Yes, road openers. Road openers. Yes. Yep, so pretty much that's it. I would do Yemoja for the deeper, longer lasting love, the commitment, the family, the matriarch energy, you know, having children, having a commitment, doing things, legacies, you know. According to the Patakis, Oshun did not raise her children. Again, my mother has the very Oshunish energy to me. So yeah, so you just have to, this is the time of the night right here where that fan goes driving me crazy. You just have to, you know, trust yourself when spirit tells you yes or no. When something doesn't feel right, when something calls you in, trust that, go with that, that intuition was given to you for a certain reason, and go with it. Okay. So I feel like we've kind of discussed a lot tonight. So I'm going to straighten up this room and then get in the bed. And I would love to work with her, Oshun, but I heard she's really tough. She's picky. Okay? Either she rock with you or she doesn't. Because I'm a twin. Okay, Orion says, I only ask because I am a twin flame in separation. So when you say you're a twin flame in separation, Orion, are you looking to attract your twin back? Or what are you saying? Good night, June. June. Okay. I'm going to adjust positions one more time. Then I'm going to, I gotta pop my back. Oh, prepare myself for bed as well. And straighten up this room. I appreciate all the thumbs, y'all, to attract my twin back. So what makes you think that the twin needs to be attracted back? What? So, and I'm nosy, y'all. Why do you? Okay, so let's see. May I ask what the situation is? Let's start there. But need to say, God bless. Thank you so much. I love you. Oh my God, you are the best. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Bonita. I'm excited to be here and sharing my journey with you all. Oh, it stayed on there. My little papa, I don't know if y'all can see his head. His little bone, it stayed on there. I glued it on. I gotta glue the other bone on there. But he has bones. These are real animal bones. Yeah, Papa got animal bones. And he has cowrie shells, which I gotta glue those on there as well. Papa got a little feather. Papa was a rolling stone. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. Wherever he laid his hat. John said that hat is so cute. And when he died, yeah, cause I got another little bone over here. The bone number 1 stayed. Bone number 2 didn't. Put a little bone on there. Put a little feather on there. Ooh, ooh. Okay, Orion, what happened? Orion, tell us I'm so nosy, y'all. Orion, tell us a little bit of backstory. Monica said, when God says he would put strangers in your path, amen. That is so true. That is so true. I totally agree with that. And it's always a matter of the energy being lined up. You know what I'm saying? The timing being right and things like that. Because you have to just simply open your mouth and ask for what you want to. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how I met y'all. I asked y'all to, come into my life and to be on the path with y'all. Orion laughing at me because I'm nosy. Look, I'm nosy. What you got to say, Orion? What happened? Okay, long story, but short version. My twin and I met on a virtual reality site, so we have never really met. She's from New York, but moved to the Dominican Republic. I'm in my divination. Bonita says, oh, I love the Papa hat. Thank you, Bonita. Orion said, they told me to make sacrifices because it would be difficult. A lot of issues as it is, but I know we are meant to be. So, Orion, you haven't met her yet. And you feel like she's your twin. And you two are separated, but you've never actually been together. Am I getting that right? Okay. Okay. So, yeah, so you have to make some sacrifices. Well, that's going to be what it takes to clear up that energy. When you make sacrifices, it opens up the path and it removes blockages and obstacles, okay? Because instead of the energy being wrapped up in you, it goes to that sacrifice. So just do whatever they're saying. you need to do. Man, I see. I ain't even want to say it, but I'm attracted to you, and I know you have a wife. Thirsty. Yes, we were together for 10 years. Oh, oh, Ryan. Okay. I'm not thirsty. I'm just saying. Oh, Ryan. You listen. So, no, I know you're not thirsty. I may project some ocean energy. I have that particular type of energy. I don't flirt, but I can have a flirty energy. But I will say that my wife is in the next room, and she'll probably shut down my whole channel. So shh, don't say that too loud, Orion. But no, um, yeah, I need you to focus on the person that you said it's meant for you to be with. I knew it was the Oshun thing. Yeah, it is. It is. My wife tells me that all the time. She's like, you are a big flirt. Monica said, oh my God. Thank you, June. I know, right? Okay, so yeah, I have to watch myself because mm, the ocean energy. I don't. I personally would never cross the lines with anyone or anything like that. I'm very loyal and faithful, and I'm very like strict on myself. So it's like, oh, I'm married now. Like I have tunnel vision. Da 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 da. It was actually my wife that was like, you can still talk to exes and be friends and do this and do that. Because at first I was like shutting everybody down. But so that was kind of what she told me. But the Oshun energy that I have is very probably alludes to the or gives people the impression that I am, I guess, Oshun. Hell, how else can I say it? Um, so yeah, but nah. But your twin is like that. Yeah, so we want you to focus on your twin. Y'all know I'm a mess over here, so y'all know I'm saying things that I'm really thinking other stuff, but I'm saying these words. But yeah, Orion, you want to focus on your twin, obviously. Whoa, you done got into some fights. I think she practiced Santeria and spoke to me about Oshun. No, don't be out here fighting now, Orion. Um, so, so you using that Orion's belt to whoop ass? I see. Okay, okay. Well, no. I think with you, you want to make sure if you haven't met someone yet, I wouldn't necessarily hang on to their energy, especially if y'all are not in the same area. That's just my energy that I'm getting about the situation. A lot of times twin flames have karmic debt. And I tried to tell one person that before, child, she tried to read me, but twin flame journeys carry a lot of past life energies, if I can say it. Okay. Look, I had to look. I thought I saw my wife standing right here. Like, see, we can't play those kind of games. Ooh. Okay, oh my God, wife is not playing. She would shut it down. Yes, she would. Um, like I said, I'm thinking so many other things, but I'm just saying these things. But yeah, I do have a lot of ocean energy though. That's a real talk. I have always, and people have I've always gotten in situations where people have said that I flirted and I gave them one impression, but it was really not that. And I'm like, damn, I got to figure out how not to do that. So now I just be like this. When I go places and I'm, around, I'm like, let me just be quiet. Because I swear everything I say comes off the wrong way as far as flirt, being a flirt, you know. So yeah. Orion said, "Don't be scared. I'm just admiring you. Nothing crazy. LOL." No, I know it's nothing crazy, but I'm just saying, the issue at hand is not crazy. It's just, one of those things. But you got her all the way together. Bloop, bloop. Christy, you so silly. Yeah, I did. I had to because I was like, dang, you just gonna play me out like that? And then you gonna post it where everybody can see it? You can't be chumping me off like that. Not on my own channel. Like, good gracious. Yeah, June said, nah, don't get us started. Want to continue the channel. Yeah, June. It ain't safe. It ain't safe. It ain't safe. Y'all be like, oh, what happened to Lynn? Yeah, see, what had happened was my wife crazy. I'm just gonna say that. She told me, she was like, you stuck with me. And it's a song. I can't think of who's singing right now. He was like, if you're thinking about leaving, he was like, then I'm about to pack my bags too, because I guess he's saying like, if you leave and we both going. So I was like, my wife, when they come on, she be playing it super loud and looking at me all strange, y'all. I be like, okay, you getting your point across then. All right, I got you. Gotcha. But she woke now to sleep, said bye. Right, sleep said bye bye. Yeah, and it's so funny because my wife and I, we didn't, we're more close now. I think the pandemic has made us closer. We've always been really like fond of each other and really close friends, but I feel like the pandemic is making us like see different sides of one another. And I'm noticing now that my wife is really crazy. She will really shut my channel down. Like, I'll be like, ooh. You think people say stuff and they be like, oh, that's cute. Yeah, but she be like she don't even smile. She be looking at me serious. I be like, trying to make her laugh. Like, yeah. She be looking like, where's the joke? So, yeah, child, we can't be letting her hear you saying it, Orion. Well, I don't know how to say it in private, and that's worse. Oh, Orion, you just cutting up, ain't you? See, I said in the public, so it's not a thirsty thing. Y'all. I'm on the floor too, Bonita. Literally, I'm on this floor. Choice between your twin and someone else. See, my twin is 16 years my senior. That. Okay. Yeah, sweetie, I would say, June said, no, Steely, don't do it. Oh, Miss Steely, don't do it. No, but no, I think what Orion is saying is that Orion is recognizing the Oshun energy, and that's fine because I do carry the energy of the Orishas. I carry the energy of Oshun. But the thing about it is when you have a union, a sacred union with someone, a twin, you want to sort through that. Right. Orion says I got the chat lit. Right. You want to sort through that and figure out what it is about the particular situation. You have to clear that karmic debt. And either you and your twin will end up together or you will move on to another relationship. Sometimes you'll meet your twin and then you'll marry someone else or be with someone else. I don't know why it kind of happens like that. A lot of times the twins don't end up together. But it is a part of you. It's like it ignites something in you, though. To be on a twin flame journey, it ignites something in you. It can thrust you on your path or your journey to do something that your soul is supposed to do. So yeah, so not all twins end up together, but either way it goes, you want to make sure that you acknowledge the energy of your twin, and whatever it's meant for you and your twin to do together or to learn, wrap up that energy, and then Either y'all will be together or y'all won't, but just make sure you wrap up the energy and sort through it. Don't let it linger, I should say. Okay? And hopefully that helps you. June says, I understand people say I have that alluring energy. Yeah, it's because you have the Oshun energy. Definitely because you have the Oshun energy. But there definitely is power. Wow. Yes, it is. And I'm telling you right now, you know, June with the Oshun energy, it happens. I have so many people from like, okay, I'll definitely do that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, no problem. I have so many people from like high school and stuff like that that inbox me on Facebook and I just don't even look. I'm like, okay. Yeah, June said this guy told me I was dangerous. Yeah, I mean, some people I'm like, listen, I'm sorry, I don't even know what to say. So I just don't say nothing. I'm just like, okay. I have so many messages in my inboxes, stuff like that. People from high school, and I be thinking to myself, like, I didn't even talk to you then. So, I mean, you know, I don't even know what to say. So I'm just not even going to say nothing to you. Not to be rude, you know, like if somebody leaves a like on my picture or something, or they leave a comment, I'll say thank you. But just all this inboxing me and stuff, I'm not that person. I don't have time for all that. Orion said, yes, he the priestess. I'm working as a child of Oshun, and it's the same thing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. Well, y'all, I am tapped out now. And like I said, I started this to talk about the power of the Orisha, especially Papa. And I'm glad we all got a chance to talk about him. We started on Papa, which you always want to start with Papa. And we ended on Oshun, which is awesome, beautiful energy. So me being in this tradition, and I'm realizing things. Yeah. Yeah, when you're a newbie, you'll learn a lot, okay? June thinking I we had our laugh tonight. Good, June. I'm glad that I could entertain y'all. Thank y'all for the well wishes. My son is perfectly fine. He might be still in a mental space, so continue to pray for him if you guys can. And I will definitely be sending love and light everybody else's way. I'm going to light some candles tonight because I'm so grateful and thankful. And so I hope that you all got some insight that you didn't have, especially when it comes to working with my guy. Papa is my heart. Thank you, Kyla. Thank you, Trisha. Thank you, Christy. Thank y'all all. Thank you, Monica. Good night, everybody. Trisha, yes. Yes, yes, yes. I shade to everyone. I shade to Papa. Thank you so much, spirits, ancestors, and angels and guides. May everyone watching be protected tonight. And may everyone's blessings of prosperity come through, because I know a lot of people have blocked energy. So I'm going to do some candles for Papa tonight and ask him to make sure to give you guys some special favors and attentions. And I do see a hand reaching out in my third eye. So I'm assuming Papa is letting me know that he is going to be coming through for some of you. So don't lose the faith. Don't lose the patience. He is working. You guys have to tap in. I'm opening the gate with you, not for you, with you. Okay? So do your part as well. Shay Jones, as I say. Yes, Muppet love and light, everyone. Mwah. Peace and blessings. I got you, Trisha. Good night, Orion. Good night, everybody. I say.